This is a Headgum podcast.
So what do you do when your girlfriend is dropping hints she wants a ring, but you have no clue where to start? You can't keep buying yourself time by blaming the economy. Thankfully, JamesAllen.com is making buying the perfect engagement ring a whole lot easier.
That's right, Wags. JamesAllen.com is the online destination for designing a customized engagement ring they'll love. More easily than you ever thought possible, and saving up to 50% compared to traditional stores.
Choose from over 200,000 certified conflict-free diamonds. They've got both earth-created and lab-created.
Once you pick your diamond, you can see it in a magnified 360-degree view, so you see what that actual diamond looks like up close, in HD, on your phone or computer.
Oh, the quality of detail when using this tool, it's like you feel like you're a Hollywood director. It's like, oh my, let me get in there. Look every angle.
Yeah, Martin Scorsese's like, let me check this out. I want to check it out.
That ring. I want that ring. No, I want that ring. Let's get every ring. We'll grab all the rings and we'll figure out in post. That's how they make these movies. Then you pick from hundreds of ring settings in platinum, white gold, rose gold, and yellow gold. JamesAllen.com also offers an augmented reality ring try-on so you can see what it'll look like on your hand.
You already know your partner's checked out that feature once or twice. And if you're a Doughboys listener, your partner is probably someone who works at NASA.
But here's what really makes them the most helpful place to shop. They offer real-time diamond consultations with non-commissioned experts who can walk you through the process, educate you on the technical stuff, and answer your questions. They'll even advise you on how to pop the question if you want. Yeah, that's absolutely what our listeners would need help with. How do I propose to my partner? What do I do? I can't get down on one knee because I have pains.
Yeah, the doctor diagnosed me with sore knee. Sore knee? Everything from JamesAllen.com comes with a lifetime warranty, free resizing and engraving, and hassle-free 30-day returns. JamesAllen.com is the fastest-growing online retailer of engagement rings and diamond jewelry. They've already been a part of over 200,000 engagements around the world. Is yours next?
Get 25% off your order when you go to JamesAllen.com and use code Doughboys. That's code Doughboys at JamesAllen.com for 25% off. JamesAllen.com. R.I.P. City hides a cursed door that traps its marks in sugar's thrall, an undertaker's dozen of deadly rings. Their holes your souls to Satan brings. Old-fashioned chocolate coconut, a new one fashioned into a blunt. Grape jelly-filled banana cream, intestines spilled, a throttled scream! The dozen down, the deed is done. The taste buds pricked to signal yum. From needles stuck into a tongue. From needles stuck into a tongue. This week on Doughboys, we descend into the madness of Shockdoughbooerdeath 2023, a scarifying month of frights and bites, with the horror of Voodoo Doughnut. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh, ha 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 ha. Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about rattling chain restaurants. I'm the murder boy, Nick Weiger, along with my co-host, Edgar Allan Poe Boy, the Spoon Wolf Man, Mike Mitchell.
Yes, you forgot already.
Oh, right. Our last episode, we talked about we're going to do a middle finger down instead of a thumbs down.
Yes.
I forgot. Right. Instead of the thumbs up, this is for people who aren't on the Patreon. Instead of the thumbs up this month, I was doing the thumbs down, but then Mitch noted me that that's not thumbs down isn't like a scary thumbs up. We should do like a middle finger or something. I was also pitching the horns. Could have just thrown up the horns. That's probably the cleanest.
I think upside down middle finger is pretty good.
Yeah. That roast was courtesy of Mary, Ilyana DMC, on the dough scored. Thanks for doing the Lord's work week after week. XOXO, roastspoonman@gmail.com.
Howdy ho!
That's good. That's real good.
Or should it be howdy ho?
I like the first one.
Fuck. Shouldn't have asked.
Mitch, Shockdoughbooerdeath 2023, a scarifying month of frights and bites, has reached the main feed.
Wow.
Wow.
And look at us. We're peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
That's right. For people listening to the audio feed, we are going to be doing Halloween costumes, themed Halloween costumes, duo costumes all month long. And right now, I am peanut butter and you are jelly.
That's right. You know what a peanut butter and jelly is scary to? Hunger.
I thought you were going to say someone with a peanut allergy.
Oh, I guess that works. Yeah. Maybe better.
Mr. Peanut.
Yeah, that's scary to Mr. Peanut.
Yeah. He's like, that's me.
Me and jelly, but it's me. It's mostly me.
Well, like a grape or a strawberry would be terrified too.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess a grape would be terrified. So do you think the raisins, the California raisins would be scared, or would they be like, or is it a thing of like, if we were younger?
Yeah, that's the thing, is just like, you're not going to be jellied anymore. It's like you reach the certain threshold of age and you're like, you're not going to be drafted in a war.
Yeah.
That's why like old people are like so like support like military adventurism, because like they don't have to fight in these wars. They're not going to be drafted. The California raisins are the same thing. They're going to be turned into jelly. They're too old.
Yeah. But if they see an ants on a log, then they're fucking.
And they're like, oh boy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
They're coming for us now.
Yeah.
Ants on a log, Mr. Peanut's in for that one too.
Peanut butter involved in both of them.
Mr. Peanut's. People are coming for Mr. Peanut.
Yeah.
Wags, we had a kind of I'd say a micro argument.
A kerfluffle.
About who should be peanut butter and who should be jelly. When I saw the back of your costume, I did, look, I'm sticky and sweet, just like jelly. And
agree with half of that.
You're a little nutty.
I am a little nutty. That's what so there's right. I don't know if I can.
You love to
nut. It won't work.
That's the truth about you.
Can you blame me?
And then, can you show the back of it?
I can show I'm going to try to show the back of it. Hold on. Is that reading on camera?
Yeah.
Let's get nutty. That's why we thought.
Do you have one?
Mine
says,
mine
let's get nutty in the
sucks. Mine's not as good.
Mitch is going to turn around right now.
Mine's not good.
He's turning around. His says it's sweeter with jelly.
I don't like that one.
It's not as clever.
It's bad. Mine's bad. But let's get. You got the fluff in your shorts, I'm sure.
Okay.
It looks like you're not wearing pants again. It looks like you're just a piece of peanut butter.
I'll pull my shorts down. Tug them down a little bit. Because let's get nutty is like a pun, but everything sweeter with jelly is like not. There's no effort was put into that.
No, there's nothing there.
Yeah. Like you jelly with a question mark could maybe work.
That's better.
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly. There's something.
That's a lot of words, though.
It's a lot of words. It's probably too many to fit on the costume.
Look, the costumes are good. And I sadly, this is a very sad moment. I put this on and it reminded me of putting football pads on. It was like, that was my flashback I was like, this is like reminds me of putting like my football pads on back when I was in high school.
They are big in the shoulders.
Yeah. It fits me pretty well.
You've also got like just like what looks like a big red gash on your abdomen. Like it looks like you're like one of those guys demonstrating what the human body is like inside.
Mine's maybe too form fitting.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Like
guys demonstrating what you look. What are you talking
like
about?
One of those people wearing one of those anatomy suits where they're just like, you can see all my musculature and you can see here's what my limbic system looks like and here are all my organs.
Who are these people doing that?
Maybe a generational thing. I feel like when I was a kid, I used to see like a Mr. Body guy. Did you remember Mr. Body? There was like a Mr. Body guy.
I don't know if I remember Mr. Body.
Hold on.
Mr.
His name was
Body?
Mr. Body.
I think there was like a kid who was on a swing and he swung so far that his body turned inside out.
Is
that
that
could be what
Inside
I'm
Out
thinking
Boy?
of.
What was his
Is that
name?
what it's called?
What was that on Pee-wee's Playhouse? Rest in peace, Paul Rubens.
It's part of like some Saturday morning programming, I think.
Okay, the guy was Slim Goodbody, and he was a real guy. He was like a Mr. Wizard. But his whole thing is that he had his whole
I don't like this.
He had his whole anatomy
I don't like it.
on a tight-fitting
Oh
suit.
my
Watching
God,
it? Are you
I
seeing
actually
this?
do remember this.
Yeah, you remember this guy, right?
His
You
name
could see,
was
like,
Slim
Slim
Goodbody?
Goodbody. Here are all my nerves. Here are all my bones. Take a look. Here's what's going on inside of me.
Fucking cocky-ass name, huh?
I know, right?
Slim Goodbody?
It is a little bit, yeah. A little bit of a brag.
I feel like it's a good handle. I think I want to go by Slim Goodbody, like on social media.
Make it happen,
He
people.
might be still alive. I'm not sure. What's the origins of Inside Out Boy? Can you tell us that?
You want me to look that up?
Hmm.
Okay, hold on. I'll Bing Inside Out Boy.
It's gonna show up in his search. In his,
Inside Out Boy.
it's gonna be autocomplete when he puts Inside Out. Just remove the out.
Let's see. Okay.
You're so stupid.
Jesus Christ. Claymation character that ran
Yes.
from 1989 to 1993 on Nickelodeon.
Yes.
Yeah. And so they were some shorts that were created by Scott Webb and Will McRobb.
Wait, and what
What
do
did he
they
look
air
like?
on?
Can I see?
Look like this.
Yeah.
Look at the little sprig of hair.
Do
He
you
kind of
remember
looked
that
like
guy?
one of the Rugrats.
What show was it on? Does it say?
It was like
Noggin. There's
Noggin.
a show called Noggin.
It's probably Nickelodeon.
Yeah, It was on Nickelodeon. Yeah.
Oh, remember there was like Penny or something too, wasn't it?
Yeah, Penny. That's Pee Wee's Playhouse.
That's
Yeah,
Pee-wee's.
Penny.
Yeah.
This was a thing. So
Also-
this was a convention.
I want to make. I don't think that you're a pedophile. I made the joke. I just want to make it clear. I don't think that you're a pedophile.
Thank you, Mitch.
Mhm.
That is like, you're going to have to testify to that too. You put your hand on a Bible. This is the first time we've done a spooky theme in the spookiest of months. We always do something else for October. You know, we've done Rocktoberfest, where we did a month of rock-themed chain restaurants. We did Jockdoughboerfest, where we talked about
Last
sports-themed
year
restaurants.
we did our best one.
Yes.
Yark, Doughbar, Chest.
Doughbar Chest, where we talked about pirate-themed
Pirates.
restaurants.
Mhm.
We also have done, we had Dog Dough Bark Fest, a month-long grillabration of hot dogs and pet dogs. We've done a lot of different themes, but we haven't ever done the obvious one of it's October. We're going to do Shockdoughbooerdeath, and we're going to talk about all things
Isn't it funny
scary
that this
in the
one
world
feels
of
like
food.
we're jumping the shark finally? Even Yark, Doughbar, Chest didn't feel that way. Now it feels like it's like, all right. I feel like listeners
Yeah.
are like,
I'm
okay.
unsubscribing to the Patreon because I don't like Shockdoughbooerdeath. Shut up.
Oh my God.
Too obvious. Shut up.
Maybe I can talk to my family again. They don't talk to me anymore because all I do is bring up Doughboys at Thanksgiving and Christmas. Look, we love our listeners.
We love our listeners. We couldn't do it without you.
That's right. Keep supporting the Patreon, and we'll keep giving you this grade A content every week.
And hey, if you're not signed up for the Patreon, you can do so by going to patreon.com/doughboys and sign up for the Golden or Platinum Play Club. Not only do you get a bonus episode each week, but you also get access to the Doughscord, our Discord server, and our back catalog from before we were with Headgum.
Twice the fun, twice the laughs. Patreon.com/Doughboys.
Hey, if you can buy a latte each month, you can buy the Doughboys Patreon. So log on, and hey, have your voices heard in the Doughscord, our Discord server.
I'm so scared.
Emma,
That was
let's-
like scarily perfect.
our brains are broken. Emma, hit him with a drop. Or Casey.
On the
So
way
far.
up the hill that night, I saw two donkeys having sex. Ziosk is going to be as common as automobile someday. So what weird animal eats pumpkins?
I don't know.
Like a big rhino? In the hallway at the top of the stairs, I saw my dad run to the bathroom with a boner. You know, if you took all the sharp things out of trash, trash would be fun.
This is the worst assignment we've ever had.
Worse than the time we were attacked by the flesh-eating virus?
My ass is wet.
No, this is much more irritating.
They're investigating us in this
I
scenario?
guess they're investigating you specifically. Those are all Mitch quotes.
Yeah, shit. What, like, what would they, how would the,
You're like a
Is
they're-
this-
you're
is
like
this
a
like their-
cryptid.
is this
It's like a
their-
Monster of the Week episode.
I'm their Frankenstein?
Yeah, you're like the Frankenstein.
All right. Okay, here we go. Spooky drop, Wags. Hey,
Wow.
if you got a spooky drop, Email it to spoonmandrops@gmail.com.
And we'll take your spooky roast over at roastspoonman@gmail.com. And as always, you can make your voices heard in the Discord, our Discord server, which you can get by signing up for the Platinum Play Club at patreon.com/doughboys.
You can get heard on an episode. You, yourself, will give you a shout out right here on the app.
Do you want to be like Ilyana DMC on the Discord, whose name was shouted out earlier? That can be you. Just send in your roast to roastspoonman@gmail.com, and we want spooky roast all month long.
Or you could be like today's drop giver, DK, Drop King. What the fuck?
You're on the payroll, Drop King.
Hey, Mitch, Nick, Emma, Amelia, and the Ghost of You song, sending in an oldie of mine to kick off a very spooky theme month. I wonder which of Mitch's strange tales would make the best X-Files episode. His haunted Mickey doll, the bloodthirsty donkey that bit Chankton's wife, all the best, DK. I figured that's where the donkeys having sex were from Italy. I did see donkeys having sex.
Yeah, it's fun.
And
that was a great drop. He's the Drop King for a reason.
It's a good drop. It's Drop King. You still got it.
You still got it.
Even though it was an old drop, you still got it.
You still got it.
I've seen donkeys having sex. I've seen raccoons having sex.
That's right.
I've seen birds having sex. I've seen a lot of animals having sex.
Next up, people having sex.
I jack off into the shower, and there is a mirror nearby, so I do see that occasionally. What?
Drop King, I know this is temporarily impossible, but if you can take that clip and add that to the drop, I think that'd play really well. Our guest today, returning to the show, Oscar Montoya. Hi, Oscar. Thanks for being here.
Hi.
What a treat.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, my
happy
God.
to have you back.
Yeah, as always. And you know, look, we had you on this month for another theme month, Mank. We talked about Alien 3, this year, rather. But now we're having you on in part because I know that you are one of the biggest horror fans I know. Like, I feel like you're always, you have such a knowledge of the genre and such a fandom of the genre. Is that correct? Would you agree with that assessment?
I love horror.
Yeah. Do you have like a favorite, like, because there's all sorts of types of horror. We recently talked about shark movies with our friend Doyle. Do you have like a specific like micro genre within horror that you are have an affinity for?
I do. I'm very partial to the practical effects of the 80s, low budget movies, like anything with wet puppets, squishy guts. I'm a big fan of gore, fun.
Yeah.
To me, there's a holy trinity of horror movies directed by one man, and his name is Frank Henenlotter.
Wow.
And the trilogy is Brain Damage, Basket Case, Frankenhooker.
Wow.
Those three are my favorite horror movies.
So I've seen Basket Case, but the other two I have not seen.
Gasp.
I haven't seen Frankenhooker. I believe I've seen the other two.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Movie night?
I'm in.
I would love it. I'm in too.
I just watched
he won't come, but
I won't come, but I'll do the homework. I actually because this is an interesting thing I feel like that happens with horror fans, and you know, like I know a lot of
I won't come. I'll do the homework. That sucks so much.
It's me, grades 6 through 12. I feel like this is a thing with horror fans, and I see it with gamers. I think gamers are even worse, but like I feel like horror fans oftentimes try to out horror each other. You know what I mean? Like
there's a bit of gatekeeping happening.
A little bit
there.
of that,
Sure.
right? Like, but I also feel like there is a subset, and I'd include you, and I include Mitch as well, because I'm not as much of a horror fan as either of you. There
Why
is.
not?
I think I don't love gross stuff, and I think I also
Afraid.
What's that?
You're afraid.
I'm a little afraid. No, I'm not. I don't get scared from movies as much. I do get scared from video games, which we've talked about. But if it's not interactive, I'm okay with it. But I think a lot of times like the grotesque kind of weirds me out. But people will. I've noticed there's a sector of horror fans that will like try to get you in on something or tell you about a movie.
Right.
So if someone was like, okay, you recommended that Holy Trinity. Are there any others where you're like, okay, I know you've seen the Jasons and the Freddys and the Mike Myers of the world. What are some other like entry points for someone who's maybe less into the genre?
Okay, so for people who are like squeamish about like horror stuff, the undead and paranormal stuff, because that seems to be the biggest like obstacle for people stepping into the genre of like, oh, none of this Exorcist, paranormal stuff. To me, the Stepfather trilogies are really fun.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Yes, it's like it's not like spooky scary, but it's about this guy who's like a serial killer, but he cons into like marrying people and like whatever, killing families or whatever. And it's John Locke from Lost as the titular stepfather, and he's fantastic. He's great.
We talked about The Dentist before, because those are movies that are similar. No. Just like The Dentist is just like a dentist who fucks up people's teeth.
Absolutely, yes. And Dr. Giggles.
Dr. Giggles, yeah.
Sort of like low-rent version.
That's just horrifying.
It's fun, though.
Yeah. You're kind of like a Dr. Giggles to me, Wags.
You think so?
Yeah, you prescribe laughs.
Oh, that's really nice.
And I also think that you could be a murderer.
You know what I just watched, because the Criterion has a high school horror playlist right now, and I just watched this movie Massacre at Central High, which I'd never heard of.
I just watched that 2 days ago.
I enjoyed Massacre at Central High. I mean, it's kind of like, it's maybe not like the best movie, but it's like got some good ideas, and it's got some good
really
set pieces.
Weird,
really
weird
fucking weird
stuff in that movie.
Yeah. But it's basically like you've seen it, I assume, and it's basically like it's made in 1976. And there's like a clique of like fascist bullies at a school, and then a new kid comes to school and like fucking kills all the fascist bullies, but then the rest of the campus kind of turns fascist in that power vacuum. And I don't know, it's got a really, I was surprised by the direction the narrative arc took. But
hearing you say I enjoyed Massacre at Central High, it was bone chilling, honestly. Just felt too real in some way.
My God, speaking of which, I mentioned this to the both of you, but I had a dream.
Yes.
2 nights ago, and you were both in it.
Wow.
And
I'm very interested in hearing.
We heard about the dream, but didn't hear the details.
Yeah. So like, we were by a lake, and in the dream, Mitch, you were like obsessed with Viking funerals, and you were like, I want to know what it's like to be in that. Yeah. And then I suggested like, hey, why don't we like put you on this like raft and like put you in the lake, and you were like, cool. So I remember you lying.
Sadly, this is like, I could believe all of this so far.
Like, we put you in on a raft, and then like there were tons of flowers, and you were sleeping, and you looked so serene and peaceful. And then we pushed you onto the lake, and I was like, oh, look, that's my friend Mitch, just like flowing into the sea. And then Weiger, you take out a bow and arrow with flames, and you try to burn the raft. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, our friend is alive in there. And then your response is, he wanted a Viking funeral. He's going to get a Viking funeral. And then I remember you getting up and waving at us. And you were like, oh, no, he likes it. He wants me to hit him. And I was like, no, I think he wants to get out. And I don't remember the rest of it. But I was like, I woke up being like, whoa.
I have a question for the three of us. Is that a dream, or is that a memory?
Hey, did that happen? I feel like that was just Sunday.
I was just impressed by, I remember being in the dream, being impressed by how you were very proficient at using a bow and arrow.
Boy Scout guy.
Badge in Boy Scouts. Yeah.
You were?
Whoa. I could probably hit a flaming arrow. I've never shot a flaming arrow, so it probably affects how its trajectory a little bit. And then hitting a moving target, hitting a boat.
But you've used a bow and arrow before.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Fucking Legolas.
Jesus.
Oh, there's orcs over there.
I just see you in the Lord of the Rings universe with a peanut butter.
Hey, buddy. Hey, we got enough guys in the fellowship, so you can just hang out. You know? Oh, all right.
I'll just trail behind you guys.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
The eye of Sauron spots you. You can tell it's weirded out. It's kind of like...
I start jacking off. I want him to watch.
He just extinguishes.
Wait, we don't have to throw the ring into Mount Doom anymore? Like, no. It's gone. I Sauron saw Weiger. Do you like, because we were talking about this. Yeah.
Well, hold on. What, you're going to ask about if he likes specific horror movies?
I was going to change topics, but go for it.
Too late. I'm going to ask everyone this. Rank the ghouls.
Oh.
Rank your scariest ghoul to least scariest. You can put Buffalo Bill as a ghoul if you want to.
Wait, is Buffalo Bill a ghoul? That's a real person.
I mean, for this
fictional
exercise, ghouls. You can write
Define ghoul for me.
any sort of goblin, ghost, monster, or psychomaniac.
Okay. So it could be a human being.
It could be a human being. Ghostface is allowed. Freddy, Jason, the Ghoulies, Chucky.
The ghoulies, I love the ghoulies.
The Ghoulies are allowed. Critters are allowed. Troll 2 trolls are allowed.
You mean then goblins?
Goblins.
Okay.
Pumpkinhead. Puppet mastered puppets.
Ooh. Demonic toys.
Demonic toys.
Mhm.
Look, I really love a Dracula. And I think it's just like I think vampires are cool. I don't like I like that they're like a little horny. Like I like the sexiness.
A little horny?
Yeah, they're very horny, but like I like that. I like when that coexists in horror, those two elements. So I'd put a Dracula up there. I don't know which one.
Yeah, I was gonna say which version of
Yeah, because like Gary
think
Oldman is like the
Nosferatu?
most. Well, that's the thing. Gary Oldman's Dracula, I feel like, is the most like has the best look, but I don't know if he's my favorite version of it.
Well, this is interesting because
I'll say
Nosferatu-
Asterion from Baldur's Gate 3. That's my current favorite favorite Dracula.
Oh my god.
Great Dracula.
You
He's
play
good.
video games, we get it.
That's
He's
the
great.
scariest ghoul.
No, he's not scary, but he's
Is
cool.
the Baldur's Gate.
Well, is that what we're ranking? We're ranking scariest?
This is about ghouls, goblins, ghosties.
Okay, so the scariest.
Yeah.
So the fucking mummy. I'd hate to be chased by a mummy.
A mummy?
I hate mummies. They're fucking
why,
terrifying.
girl?
You hate
What?
mummies?
They're fucking scary as
Are
shit.
you serious?
They're coming at you. I don't know what they're
Slow
gonna
as
do.
hell.
Depends on the mummy. Some of those mummies are fucking come at you.
Are you
real
talking
fast.
Zane? Are we talking Billy Zane?
That Billy Zane mummy? Sure, yeah, that era of mummy. Sure.
He's kind of hot though.
Well, I don't want him to catch me. Or do I? Whoops, my shoe's untied.
You switch. You're so fast.
I don't know. Yeah.
Dracula. No, never mind. Mummies.
Well, okay. We
Liger-
change the criteria.
Liger
to,
wrapped up in bandages with a fucking big fucking heart on.
Someone make the art. Someone make the artwork, please.
Okay, no, but scariest. I think mummies are pretty scary. Frankenstein,
A mummy
I'm
with
less
a boner
scared
is
of.
pretty funny. Yeah. It is fun. It's a funny image to think of.
Yeah.
Would it be wrapped in bandages? Or
Yeah, I
would
think it would have
so.
to.
It would
Yeah.
have to be.
The
It would
mummy-
have to be.
The pharaoh died like hard, I guess.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I guess it could be the one part of his flesh that's exposed, but I think like it would track with the rest of the mummy from to have a boner.
Oh,
like
I
if
see.
you saw a mummy with a boner in Scary Movie, this is how I'm thinking of it.
Right.
It would be wrapped in bandages.
Right.
Yeah.
Does the blob have a dick, or does the blob doesn't have anything, right?
No,
No, I
it's
don't
just
think so.
a blob.
Yeah.
It should have something, I think.
Like reproductive
I think it should
organs?
have some sort of reproductive organ.
Blob is pretty scary.
Yeah, the
Blob
remake of
fucking-
the Blob is fantastic.
Remake of
terrified
Blob
of a
is
blob.
great.
So good.
Yeah.
The 80s Blob. Have you seen 80s Blob?
Yeah, but you're talking like you're saying. I thought we were still talking about which creature, which ghoul.
Yeah, we are. We
the
are.
blob would be probably near the top of my
Blob
list.
is
then.
pretty
Oh.
big.
I'd be scarified of a blob.
Here's I think it is scarifying. Here's what I think.
Yeah.
Here's what I think. Blob is most believable to me.
Mm.
I believe the blob. I believe something could come from space and be a blob.
Well, you know.
Am I alone?
No, I'm with you. Yeah.
I mean, anything can come from space.
That's true.
Well, that also makes me think like the
in
thing. There's something scary about
yes.
the thing is very scary
The
because
thing
it's
is
like
very
who is
scary.
the thing? Could I be the thing? You know.
Yeah. Body Snatcher as well.
Yeah. Oh my
Body
God,
Snatchers
Body
is
Snatchers
good.
are so scary.
Yeah.
Conceptually.
The thing remake, I didn't like how, I mean, I think it is even alluded to in the first one, is that like even a drop of blood can turn you into a thing, like it takes over you. And I don't like that as much. I want it to be able, like, I want you to be captured by the you know what I mean? Like, I want it to have to take a big bite out of you. I don't like that it's like, can be like a little infection or something. Like you
It's
slice.
too real.
I guess it's too real. Like if you cut your finger or something and you get thing blood in it, then you can become the thing. I don't like that.
What's
You're gonna get chomped. I want you to get chomped.
I like the idea of getting chomped. I think that if we're okay, just to back it up, I think the most scared I've ever been about something that's horror was a Twilight Zone episode. It was the To Serve Man episode, where because I was like the idea of an alien taking me aboard his craft, and I think he's like benevolent and gonna take me to his homeworld, then he's gonna fucking fatten me up and eat me. I was so scared when I saw that.
We don't have to do much fattening. In
Slim
fact,
good body.
Slim good body. The aliens have you working out. We want to get them down to plump size.
We prefer meat slim. We want lean meat, please.
I don't know. Do you have an answer? What's the scariest monster or more movie character?
I probably go to, for me, probably like Exorcist. What's his name?
That is fucking scary.
What is his name in the movie?
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu. Yeah, Pazuzu.
Yeah.
I almost said Paizuki.
What's Paizuki?
That's the BJ's dessert with a big cookie with ice cream on it. It's
terrifying.
Delicious.
I
That's
hear
scary as shit.
I hear in the new David Gordon one there's a tie-in. It is a Paizuki. Those two little girls eat a Paizuki and then they get
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Pazuzu is
scary. Yeah.
Any sort of devil, you know that for me it's the devilly.
Yeah, you're scared of the devil.
The devil's scary.
The Antichrist.
Antichrist. Forever, for a long time. We know. I mean, DK talked about it in his email for the drop. Chucky for me as a kid was so scary, and a haunted doll. I just rewatched.
Haunted dolls are scary. Like an Annabelle, it's scary.
No,
I'm scared.
Haunted dolls are so unserious.
Look,
I don't know.
What's going on? It's a doll.
Yeah, but what are they?
You can just go.
I guess so.
I rewatched Annabelle, and I thought Annabelle was one of the scarier Conjuring movies. I rewatched Annabelle, and there is kind of like a weird demon that also like is holding Annabelle at one point, and that is maybe why it's scarier to me. But Annabelle's scary. Chucky, in the first Chucky, before Chucky becomes fun and you're rooting for Chucky. Because I stand by Child's Play 1 and 2 I like Child's Play 2 quite a bit.
I love Child's Play 2.
It's great. And then, like Bride of Chucky, we're having fun at this point.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. But that was high on my list. Krueger was way up there when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Krueger was really scary to me.
But then he also kind of became self-aware and became more of a cartoon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's two kinds of Freddy. Oscar, do you have an answer? Is there like a monster that actually scares you in movies?
The concept of like hordes of things coming at me is really terrifying. Like a 28 Days Later sort of thing. There's a movie called Demons. Which is an Italian movie produced by Dario Argento, Mario Bava, which is just like demons like taking over a city. Like that to me feels like inescapable.
Yeah.
Because it's just like a whole, like a hive mind sort of collective coming at you. Just that visual is like terrifying.
I can put it into terms he'll understand. Think of the meat. The meat.
Did you not understand that?
Think of the meet and greet after a Doughboys show. Do you get it, Wise?
Yeah, no, I get you 100%.
Oh, Wagner's sweating right now.
All right, I'm asking this question of all our guests this month because we are in Shockdoughbooerdeath, and I think this is a food adjacent question down this avenue.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is the grossest food you like?
Oh,
for me, it might just I might have a vacillating answer here, but just to start things off, I think it might just be like straight nacho cheese, like not even like just a spoon of nacho cheese
without the nachos.
Yeah, I mean, like I like it. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Does split pea soup, is that kind of like
split pea soup sounds kind of gross? I like it. I do like it, but like this is a self-assessment.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, wow. Okay, so I remember, I haven't had this since I was a child.
Yeah.
So I'm from Colombia, and I lived very poor, and we didn't have enough money to buy like cow's milk, but we could buy condensed milk.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I remember just like eating it by the spoonful, just condensed milk,
and like sweet.
Because it was sweet, it was sweet, and then it like sort of melts in your mouth. And I think like even thinking back on it, I was like, what the yuck. Like that feels gross to me. But I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I want to buy like powdered condensed, sorry. I meant powdered milk, not condensed.
Milk, yeah, got it.
Powdered milk. And I'm like, I wonder if I would like it now. It feels so nasty to me, but maybe it's delicious.
My last experience
is that also the thing for in hot areas too? Is like it's more shelf stable, right?
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
The shelf life is
Well, okay, so again, going back to Boy Scouts, we would have powdered milk that we'd take on campouts because you didn't have to refrigerate it. But it's like powdered milk is like, first off, it doesn't taste as good as regular milk. And then also if you're having it warm, like you're camping in the desert and you're just shaking up some powdered milk in a water bottle, it's fucking vile.
It's nasty.
By the way, Pazuzu is now second on my list. Weiger's Boy Scout troop is number 1. And scariest things.
Let's talk.
You know what I realized?
Yeah.
That if I got possessed by the devil, like it would be hard because I'd be like, your mother sucks cock in hell or whatever, and you just be like, oh, Mitch. Like people wouldn't be able to tell. I feel like if one of us,
we just put you in the chair.
Well, yeah,
you're breaking in those Patreon bucks.
Maybe Pazuzu would start liking it. It would be a nightmare.
Pazuzu's on the Reddit. Doughboys has never been better. Let's talk about donuts a little bit. Are you a donut fan? I love donuts.
I love donuts.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite donut shop?
I don't.
You have a favorite type of donut?
Yes.
What is that?
The Cruller.
Oh yeah, okay.
Great donut.
Sure.
They're very rare. I don't know where to find one that isn't Dunkin' Donuts.
Mitch, you got a favorite donut?
I like a chocolate frosted, which is also my love of it comes from Dunkin' Donuts. But going to Dunkin' Donuts, getting a bacon, egg, and cheese or ham, egg, and cheese on a plain bagel. This is back in the day.
Yeah.
And then getting a chocolate frosted donut afterwards, or just getting a everything bagel with cream cheese, or an onion bagel with cream cheese if we're going back in time here. But the chocolate frosted is big. Then I think after chocolate frosted, I think I go just a jelly donut. I like a good jelly donut. Yeah.
Do you like one of these?
Honestly, yes. Yeah. I mean, give me like a strawberry. The Dunkin' Donuts jelly donut is I love.
I really like a maple bar. That's my favorite. I like that maple flavoring. But the thing we run into, and it didn't happen with this place, but I feel like the artisan donut take now is a maple bacon bar, which is not what I want.
Right.
Like it's a different thing. And even if I was eating,
we said it before, the bacon on
get it out of here.
It just is never
What are we doing?
It's like this old bacon. I don't want the old bacon.
No, I know. I want some room temp bacon.
Fresh bacon.
Freshly
slaughtered bacon.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's just is like always like cold and like whatever, like very sugary, like sugar coated. The bacon on donuts, I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, we talked about Voodoo Doughnut, or we're going to talk about Voodoo Doughnuts in just a bit. Mitch, we had this.
Bayou is a little spooky Bayou episode. Down in the Bayou, that's where the hoodoo is.
Well, what is a gator had a hand in making these donuts? We're going to talk about all that right after this break. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. All throughout this year, I felt uncertain about where I'm going in life. Am I on the right path? But you know how you get through it, Mitch? Through therapy. Because sometimes in life, we're faced with tough choices and the path forward isn't always clear. And maybe you're thinking about a career change or feeling like your relationship needs some TLC. Whatever it is, therapy can help you map out your future and trust yourself to find that way forward.
Well, this year is what I've deemed piss year. In many ways, I think this year is piss. But I know that when I'm down like that, a good thing to do is talk about it. And therapy is the way to do it. I always feel better when I am in therapy and I'm talking, getting the gunk out of my head.
Yeah.
It's like going to the gym, working that muscle, the brain muscle.
And, if you're feeling like it's a piss year in your own life, it's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. And it isn't just for those who have experienced major trauma like a piss year. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule.
Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge.
Find more balance with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Doughboys today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Doughboys.
Do it. Our next partner is Athletic Greens.
Wow.
I take AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day.
Wow.
I gave AG1 a try because I wanted better gut health, Wags. My gut, it's hurting. It never feels good.
Wow.
I want better gut health. I want to feel good every day. And I want some immune system support. But I hate taking pills and vitamins and wanted a supplement that actually tastes great. I take AG1 in the morning, Wags, and sometimes I put it in a little Greek yogurt smoothie and mix it on up. But I do it before I start my day, and it makes me feel like a Superman or Superman.
Wow.
Or it just makes me feel good. It makes
Like
me
you're
feel
doing
nice.
something good for your body. Like you're giving your body the nutrition it craves. And you know, Mitch, it's hard for people to keep up with a supplement routine that comes with a bunch of different products, but AG1, as you know, makes that so much easier. AG1 was designed with ease in mind, so you can live healthier and better without having to do a lot. AG1 is powerful because it's so easy to fit into your lifestyle. It's the healthiest thing you could do in under a minute. It's 1 scoop of powder mixed with water once a day. AG1 gives you increased energy and mood support, making it easy to live your best life. AG1 has been part of millions of mornings since 2010.
That's right, Wags. My AG1 is delivered to me every month, right to my door.
Wow.
So it's been super easy to make it a daily habit. They also have single-serving travel packs. Very convenient.
Very convenient.
So you never have to miss a day. All you have to do is mix the powder into ice-cold water and drink it up first thing each morning. That's it. With AG1, taking good care of my body each day is really that simple.
If you're looking for an easier way to take supplements, Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/doughboys. That's athleticgreens.com/doughboys. Check it out. Welcome back to Doughboys. Oscar Montoya is here, as is. I started with a thumbs up and then I forgot and I corrected to the thumbs down. And then I forgot again. I corrected it to the
I'm brand new to
upside down
this, and
middle finger.
I know it.
Yeah. Oscar's here, as is Amelia, our associate producer. Hi, Amelia.
Yeah.
Amelia, we brought you in to talk about Voodoo Doughnut a little bit. But before we do that, Mitch, you made it clear multiple times during the break that you have something to say about condensed milk.
I got something to say about condensed milk. I had experience with condensed milk down in the bayou, because they have a treat there. Oh God, what are they called? They're like very finely chopped ice that they then put.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Not shaved ice.
Not
Yes,
shaved
Not
ice.
What is
snow
it- what is it called?
cones.
Oh, maybe there's
Italian ice.
They might be snow.
Is it snow cones?
They might be snow. They're called snowballs.
Snowballs.
That's what they are,
Yeah.
because there are, of course, the Hostess snowballs, but they're snowballs, and it's like finely shaved ice in a machine, and then they put like flavored sugar flavors on top of it, and then they can put condensed milk on there.
Wow.
And I don't usually have condensed milk. I guess probably except for desserts, but down in the bayou, it's a big thing. Why?
Yeah.
They pour it on top, and I think it's like, if you're like not local, like the locals would be like, "Did you get condensed milk on it?" And I was like, "I certainly did.
Whoa.
I got it." They like it down there in the bayou. That's all I had to say about condensed milk. It wasn't some joke about. It wasn't some cum joke.
Well, you know what?
I wish it was.
I wish it was too. I think our listeners wish it was too. But that was great context and relevant to bring up the bayou.
I guess it would be like if I whatever.
No, we want to hear it.
It's like if you haven't jacked off in a week, that's like that's like condensed.
Right, sure, some condensed.
Oh God.
Don't tear off the microphone.
And you said this
windscreen.
is a popular podcast?
Yeah, well, I mean, it is okay.
I liked it.
Thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah, I know, I get it. Yeah.
It's like the good stuff. It's like in the drug movies.
Right,
This is
right.
the good shit.
This is pure.
The
Colgate
elasticity is
consistency.
great.
Yeah. Voodoo Doughnut, speaking of the bayou, is what we're reviewing, although it's actually from Portland. Their tagline is, "The magic is in the hole." Founded in
No.
Portland in 2000. I know, I agree.
Look.
Founded in Portland in 2003 by Kenneth Cat Daddy Pogson and Trey Shannon. It's got an array of over-the-top donuts with edgelord names. Current CEO, it formerly ran Mod Pizza and has an eye towards expansion, which we are experiencing because there are now 19 locations
Mod,
in 7
huh?
states. Yeah.
We didn't love Mod,
Mod
right?
Pizza's fine. Mod, more like mid pizza. That's
Yeah.
where we landed, yeah.
Do I like it better than Blaze? I don't know. I forget. They're both kind of similar.
I think it
right?
is better than Blaze. I think
Yeah.
Mod is better. I think 800 Degrees is the one we really liked, and 800 Degrees
Right.
is flailing. 800 Degrees is closing a lot of locations, which is a bummer.
And your boy LeBron has which one?
LeBron has a stake in Blaze.
Blaze.
Dwayne Wade has a stake in 800 Degrees.
Oh.
Yeah.
D Wade has the better pizza place. I truly, that's so weird to me.
It's all strange. Okay.
I guess none of them are great, but
I don't love the made to order pizza concept. Just give me a full pie.
You can't Chipotle-fy a pizza.
Exactly. Good way to put it. So Mitch, we had Voodoo Doughnut in Portland years ago. I think it was 2017 when we were up there for a live show, and we got them for a segment.
One of our first live shows ever, right?
Wow. One of our first live shows
was
on
there?
It was Susser was with us, and we went to Portland and we played a rock club and we got Voodoo Doughnut, and I can't remember what the hell we reviewed, but we had that for a segment.
We also realized that we couldn't bring someone like Susser on tour because just the food bills alone
budgets
put us
were
in
tough,
the red.
Yeah. We didn't love them at the time, and we also went to the store there and experienced that. Oscar, have you had Voodoo Doughnut before?
I have not.
Okay.
When I used to go to movie theaters, it's the place at Universal, so I would walk past it all the time. It's very intimidating to me.
It's got like they're really leaning into the voodoo aspect of it. And I've been by the Universal City Walk location. Universal City Walk is kind of a, touristy area with a lot of these sorts of shops. But I had not eaten there before. Amelia, you picked these donuts up today. Can you give us some context of what the interior is like?
Yeah, so you walk up, it's a big pink building. It's got a giant statue of the iconic Voodoo Doll Doughnut.
That's right.
And right next to it is a no climbing sign because they know rat bastards like me are going to want to take that thing for a spin. So you go in and...
They saw Amelia coming, they put the sign on.
They made the sign really quick.
Freshly.
I mean, there's a pretzel sticking out of it, so like it's perfect hanging material.
Yeah, sure.
Just jump on it, maybe do a couple pull-ups. So you walk in, and I would describe it as like pink gothic.
Got it.
Very colorful tiles on the floor, pink walls, coffins and skeletons abound.
I heard James Franco when he was getting ready for 127 hours, he trained on the
The pretzel.
on the
I
pretzel.
heard that too, yeah.
You heard that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's on the commentary.
Yeah, I think it's
Like,
I think it's on the
Yeah. Also, Chris Evans when he was working as Captain America.
Yeah.
You know what? It's like kind of a common. Pratt actually also.
That's
when
where he
got in
lost
shape
his
for
weight.
Guardians, as we lost the weight. Yeah.
Well, it's funny
Kind of a
because people
common
are like, "How do you
spot.
lose weight?" He's like, "I went to a donut shop," and people are like, "What?" I'm like, "No, really." Yeah. If you listen to the 127 hours commentary, he mentions that, and that's the only thing he says the whole time.
Yeah.
He just
speaks
said,
one
he just
time.
mentions that one thing. It's like a 30-second thing, and then it's just silent the rest of the time. And you're like,
it's
"Why
just
am I?"
the movie.
It's just the movie, but also like just the tone of the room, and you can kind of hear Franco just being like,
Yeah. He's just kind of gently breathing throughout, just watching the movie and re-experiencing it.
which is, I mean, look, that's weird.
It's weird. Well, look, this is
Yeah.
even weirder. I heard when Caviezel got into Jesus shape for
Yeah.
Passion of the Christ, that's also where he trained.
Oh, that's right.
And he actually says that
is this
he says
true?
it in the movie, but he says it in Aramaic, so a lot of people didn't pick up on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
okay.
Is it also true? I heard that he brought another big pretzel and put it to make it look like a cross with the two pretzels.
That's
had
what
to.
he
Oh,
did
Simply
do
had
that.
to,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was
He
like,
He simply had to.
that's how he justified it to himself.
Yeah.
But he did it.
He did for Sound of Freedom. I worked with him for Sound of Freedom. He didn't do any of that stuff. We worked together
Yeah.
for Sound of Freedom.
Your spiritual advisor, kind of behind the scenes. So you go over to the okay.
biggest box office hit of the year, a surprise hit for the budget versus
Yeah,
versus
it's
what
really-
it made. Huge hit.
If you're talking in terms of profit, I mean, that was a massive hit. Like Barbie did whatever multiplier Barbie did. Like, yeah, in terms of gross, it did more money, but much bigger multiplier for Sound of Freedom.
It should have been Soundenheimer, if you ask me.
Should have been Sound of Freedom, if you ask me.
Wait, what?
It's not even a portmanteau. It's just that movie.
Just the movie.
So instead of people saying Barbenheimer, they should have said Sound of Freedom.
Yeah. All right.
So there's a no climbing sign,
No climbing sign.
which is a shame,
Right.
considering all these people trained on it.
Right. Right. A lot of history.
They didn't want to get people too jacked.
Yeah, that's a good,
makes
good
sense.
point.
Ornate chandeliers hanging, stained glass windows. So I'm helped by Jose, who's very nice, and they're out of maybe like 6 of the donuts.
Got
so
it.
I sub them.
Specifically, I listed off 5 donuts that I wanted, and they didn't have all
Any of
5.
Mitch's picks.
Yeah, none of my picks.
So I substituted them with some of my picks.
Mhm.
And it was, I described it to you guys earlier as, you know how when you get a new Apple product, the dopamine rush from opening the package and the presentation of it.
Yes.
That is what Voodoo Doughnut is. It's the presentation of the store, the donuts on display, the merch, the magic is in the hole, which after thinking about it on the ride home, I decided is a phrase that really speaks to me. I just really love the ambiance.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it. And I'm a Halloween freak, so I really liked.
So the interior of Voodoo Doughnut is sort of like a church?
A little bit, yeah.
Because the
with
stained
the
glass windows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Okay.
And
Well, that kind of fits in the Gothic aesthetic you
Yeah,
were saying, right?
exactly.
It makes sense. Caviezel and Pratt are all up there.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense.
I had a 5-fork latte. It was delicious. And I got the donuts home, all intact without any of the donuts
Yeah, let's talk about
injured
that.
on the way.
So we had, the 6 donuts that we collectively asked to get that they were all out of stock of were the passion fruit cheesecake, the apple cider, banana cream pie, strawberry go tart, the Ring of Fire, which is their spicy donut. I'm a bit of a heat seeker, so I did want to try that one. And then also, I mentioned maple donuts that I like those. They have a maple blazer blunt, which, ties into kind of their aesthetic. It's shaped like a blunt. They were out of that one. And those to me, those feel like kind of some of their signature donuts, but that they had just kind of a relatively limited inventory.
None of them.
Disappointing.
All
None of them.
gone.
Didn't have any of them. Instead, what we got the I'll give this list of what we got and then the few substitutes to fill out the baker's dozen we had. Voodoo Doughnut, Grape Ape, Hollywood Cream, Pride Bar, Diablo Rex, The Homer, Blueberry Cake, Voodoo Doll, Marshall Mathers, the ODB, which is vegan, and then Amelia, you subbed in a few, the Chuckles Donut, the PB&J, the Chocolate with Coconut, and the Frankenstein.
Yes.
Yeah. And the Frankenstein...
Well,
Okay.
Frankenstein looked great. Frankenstein looked great.
I would characterize the Frankenstein as defaced. Like literally like his
So
face was
look.
gone.
There were 2 donut boxes. One donut
Yes.
box we opened up was a lot of donuts.
Yeah.
Hey, everything looks normal
Yeah.
here. The other one we opened up, it was a disaster.
Crime scene. Let's just say crime scene.
It was a crime scene.
It wasn't that bad.
So
It was Buffalo Bill's basement level bad. It was bad.
So the sequence
It
of
was
events
bad.
is that you walked in and you had these donuts and you presented them, and at first you were like, "Oh yeah, I think I took like a hard right turn or something."
Yeah,
Just
you were
kinda
very
got
like,
smushed.
I don't know why they're like this.
Right, you're kind of, and then you after some coaxing and a little
Well,
bit of
hold
time
on a second. I want to give myself
Coaxing.
Please, yeah,
I
go
want
for
to
it.
give myself credit because I was like, something happened here.
Yeah.
Mitch knew.
Detective Mitchell knew.
Well, because I knew, because I'm like, I was like, I could have made this mistake too. I mean, not a mistake. Who cares? But I was like, this wasn't a left turn.
Yeah,
It's a crime, like a crime scene. Like, you're right. It's fucked up.
some food gets smushed and you turn into Hercule Poirot.
You taste the evidence and you're like, something's up.
By the way, Haunting in Venice out today officially. I know that we're this is going to be old news.
Yeah.
But Weiger and I were saying that Hercule Poirot.
Yeah.
He should do every holiday.
Keep making them.
Oh,
Keep
yeah.
making those movies. Yeah, make a Christmas one. Why not?
Yeah.
Wait, is this in the same universe as Death on the Nile?
Yeah, it's the same character. It's another Agatha Christie.
Get outta
But it's just like they're
here.
marketing it purely as a horror thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
crazy.
And
I love it.
there should be like like an Easter Bunny one. He should do all of them.
Are
Yeah.
detectives like back?
Detectives
you
are
got
back.
Knives Out,
Yeah.
and then this one. Okay.
I think they should team up. I think Knives Out should
Ooh,
team
a
up with
crossover.
Poirot and
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, Daniel Craig's here. Why can I not remember the name? Because I know.
Benoit Blanc.
Benoit Blanc, of
Benoit
course.
Blanc.
Okay, of course, Benoit.
Casey's his two favorite movies are the Glass Onion and Knives Out. Blanc and Poirot.
Quite a duo that would be. Some time travel would have to be involved, but they could figure it out.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
I got one. Perot in Perot. I think that guy did it.
1992 independent presidential candidate Ross Perot. That's who you're referencing. Got it. Okay.
Did he have big ears?
He did have big ears.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of his
Something
things.
weird's going on here.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That is fun.
Which is actually what you did when you were like, when you checked out these donuts.
That is, I did
true.
pull. I
You-
pulled a
you pulled-
Perot. I did. I moved my ears forward.
So Mitch points this out, and some time passes, and tell us what you tell everyone what you told us then.
Well, then I kind of knew the jig was up.
Yeah.
Mitch knew something was awry.
They
so-
were so fucked up. I was like, "There's no." It was like if your car would have had to have flipped.
Yeah.
It
What
was,
were the donuts in that box?
the 3 donuts in that box were, it was the Pride Bar,
Mhm.
the Voodoo Doughnut, and the Frankenstein
That's
head.
right.
The Frankenstein head was so destroyed.
It was supposed to have a face on it, looked like Frankenstein, and it was just a
Yes.
smear of green and black goo.
And the other donuts were so fucked up in there
So nasty.
because of that.
Yeah.
All of them were the Pride Bar is a pretty basic, just there. It's white glaze and then Fruit Loops, and that was so fucked up looking.
Yeah.
And
It somehow turned upside down. I don't know
Yes.
how, but
well, you do know
okay,
how.
well, I do know how. So I eventually admitted that I didn't feel like making 2 trips, so I put one of the boxes in my backpack.
And then you went to the Secret Life of Pets ride.
And then I did a couple pull-ups on the Voodoo Doughnut outside of it, and it got all tousled around.
Yeah, we were
So-
joking that it is funny to think of her going on every Universal ride.
Yeah.
It's also funny because you're like, I didn't want to make 2 trips, but I think you last second got coffee. So I feel like this was
Yeah.
what the issue was.
Yeah,
It's these coffees that we didn't
you didn't
need
ask for
or we
the
didn't
coffees.
ask for.
I wanted one, and
It worked out great. You're a hero for doing
You're a
that.
hero.
Absolutely.
Especially if we're going to City Walk. How was City Walk noon on a Thursday?
I got a little bit lost parking, but once
You do Jurassic parking?
no, what I ended up doing was
Frankenstein parking?
Curious George.
no,
E.T.?
no, keep guessing.
Frankenstein parking? Mummy? Well, wait, what's the other one? Frankenstein, Jurassic Park,
Woody
E.T.?
Woodpecker? Was that? Is
There
that
might. I think Woody Woodpecker is one of them.
Is there a mummy parking?
You're obsessed with
no to
mummies.
all of these. There was like a 10-minute like loading zone that in front of the Cinnabon. That
Wow, you did the loading zone with the
Yeah.
flashers.
Yeah.
That is a bold move.
Yeah.
Wait a
so-
minute, in front of the Cinnabon?
In front of
Yeah,
Wait,
I know
on the
where-
other
I know
side of
this.
the park?
Yeah.
it was right, actually, like a couple feet from the Voodoo.
No, I know.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yes. Okay.
That's
okay,
right by the
yeah.
Voodoo Doughnut.
Yeah, it was very convenient actually.
Wow.
Because I didn't have to make that many trips because one of
Yeah,
them
no,
was in
wait a
my
minute. Hold on a
backpack.
second. I was like, you were in. Well, wait, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, he's
Steps
paroing
away.
right now. He's paroing.
Something's up. You didn't want to make 2 trips. You weren't that far.
Okay, I did do 2 trips from the Voodoo Doughnut to my car, back forth.
Got it.
One was with the donuts, one was with the coffees. And then when I parked at Headgum, I was like, I'm not doing 2 trips this time.
So that's what it was.
Oh, so it was on the way here.
He was on the
It's
way
at Headgum.
from my car to Headgum.
So moments before we had pristine, like moments
We
before
don't
seeing
know
you.
this. We don't know. They could have been fucked up. Like they could have been put in fucked up. I don't know because
Oh,
it's kind
okay.
of like
Jose would
Schrodinger's cat.
never. Amelia, Jose
It's
would
like
never.
Schrodinger's cat. Like I haven't opened the box yet, so there's no way of knowing whether they were in pristine condition beforehand, or
I think we do need Perot. I think we need Hercule Perot. Is it Hercule Perot?
This is
It's Hercule.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I don't think you
He's
said
French.
Hercule Perot also pretty good. I think that
like
could
a
be
bus,
fun.
like a buff Ross Perot, Hercules Perot.
What was his? Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say,
Who was
I
his
fucked
running
up.
mate? Admiral James Stockdale? Is that what you're gonna ask?
Was that who it was?
Yeah.
Well, also, I was going to ask, what was his, like, it was like Dana Carvey did not going to do it for George Bush, but what was Perot's? Do you remember? He had something, didn't he?
Was he a flat tax advocate? I can't remember what his thing was. But yeah,
Not
what
as famous as
Dana
a-
Carvey's mannerisms were. I think his bush was just a lot better known.
Yeah.
You know?
He was still funny as Burrow.
He was funny.
All right, what's
You've heard about that sketch, right? Where it's like I think it was David Spade who'd worked on a Perot impression, and they shot the whole thing in the 3-shot with David Spade.
Yeah.
And then
he's just like the body fill in.
But they didn't tell him in advance, and they walked him out of there, and then they brought in Dana Carvey to do his single as Perot, so he was doing 2 different parts. And so it's just like, oh, that's a real fuck you to a performer who worked on something. It sucks. Oh.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Anyway, okay, sorry. Yes.
That's pretty much it.
That's the story.
That's the story.
Let's talk about these donuts. So I guess we'll start with a titular Voodoo Doughnut.
By the way, you are a hero for going.
I'm not a hero. I just picked up the donuts. But thank you.
I think you're also a hero to the working man for like kind of half-assing it. I think that's great. I fully endorse that. I don't care if you're on the payroll.
Also, I'll give Amelia credit.
Yeah.
She dropped off these costumes at my house last night.
Yes.
That's right.
And my security camera, I have it on camera. She rings the doorbell and she's like, "Hey, Mitch, how are you?" And talked to the camera for a couple seconds. It was funny. It was great.
Yes, above and beyond.
Down and said hello.
That's fine.
Okay, so the Voodoo Doughnut, their titular thing, it's kind of shaped like a little guy. It's shaped like a little bit of a voodoo doll. It's got the pretzel stick. It looked a little bit different than the Oscar's doing it very well.
It kind of looked the same. It kind of looked the same.
Yeah, but it felt like it was a different glaze, and I don't know if that was just because of what happened in transit.
Well, yeah.
Well, we don't know.
We don't know. I think this one's okay. I don't think it has any particular qualities beyond the name.
Do you want to talk about where the jelly was at?
The jelly's, not constant. It's not distributed evenly throughout his whole body.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a jelly ass.
It's a jelly ass. Yeah.
It had a jelly ass.
It had a jelly ass.
It must be jelly because jam don't shake.
It was so because I was splitting it up and we were like, "Oh, is there nothing in this?" And then I cut the ass and it exploded.
Yeah.
It exploded.
Yeah.
I was cutting the ass with like the green Frankenstein knife. That box was such a fucking horror show. And it was hard to cut the regular donuts that were
yeah, you did a lot of the cutting.
They are because they're super gooey. They're just gooified. They have so much glaze. They have so much sugar. Look, if you don't like a lot of sugar, you're not going to enjoy this.
It's so much.
It's over the top.
And that was
more dessert than breakfast.
We were talking about this before we recorded. Oscar, before you got here, Nick and I were talking about Voodoo Doughnuts and our memory of it. And we remembered not liking it, and we were like, "Oh, it's too sugary."
Yes.
But we also just had donuts recently on the episode that released today.
That's right. We did sidecar donuts with David Wayne, and we did not have. I think we had a kind of a neutral assessment of sidecar donuts.
There were like a couple great donuts, but I gotta tell you, I had more fun with the Voodoo Donuts.
Ooh. Overall, this was a better outing. They're trying different things. Sidecar Donuts is like the elevated, like gentrified donut. This is like the hey, this is the over-the-top carnival donut. Yeah. They're trying different things, but I think Voodoo is a little bit more dialed in.
It was also half the price of
a lot cheaper. Oh. Yes, absolutely, 100%.
That's crazy.
I think the Voodoo Doughnut is the best part of it is the form factor. I don't think as a donut it actually had anything flavor-wise. I was like, I don't need to get this again. The Grape Ape I thought was fun if you like an artificial grape flavor.
Which
Oscar,
I do.
This is one. Yeah, this is one you wanted to try.
This is my pick. Yeah. I've always been a fan of the purple stuff.
Yeah.
Purple drink. There's no real grapes in those. There's no grape in the Grape Ape. But it just is very nostalgic taste, and it's
California raisins. Sigh of relief from the California raisins for their children and grandchildren.
For their progeny, of course. But yeah, it was a very nostalgic, which is weird. I wasn't expecting to eat something and be like, oh, this reminds me of my childhood. It feels very sort of like, bright orange, neon colors, very 90s to me. So I was a big fan.
Yeah.
And I also, just to the credit of the place, it's like, that fits their style. This place very much has a style of donuts.
Yes.
Now, look, do I think it's the best donut in the world? No. I also can't even imagine any of these donuts fresh. I'm like, there's a version of this donut that's like warm, maybe. You know what I mean? Like I don't, and they are very, like they are almost like they were like almost cold and heavy and like and wet, which maybe is like, from transporting it, but
it's also there's a lot on these donuts. There's tons of stuff.
So
on this
much
donut.
stuff on these donuts.
They feel more like cakes than they do donuts.
100%,
For sure.
yeah,
Well, and
yeah.
I don't know. I should have looked into the Portland locations to see what their hours are, because I don't know if these are even in Portland if they open at like 6 a.m. and you can get a donut first thing in the morning.
The Universal City one opens at 7:45.
Oh, so it does open
Wow.
early. So it is like available for breakfast hours. Got it.
No, I think the Portland ones are, but also I think the thing with the Portland one is that you could get it late night.
That's what these are more of a late night dessert donut than they are like I'm gonna have this before I go to my shift for sure.
I think they close at 11. I'm pretty sure.
Got it.
The first time I ever had, well, that might be a City Walk thing too. But the first time I ever had, Margaritaville's shutting down at 11. Everything is City Walk is.
You just said shitty walk.
Yeah, you just called it Shitty Walk.
I would never do that.
You just roll the tape.
I
Roll it back.
Called it Shitty Walk.
Look, I think this is an appropriate time to do this. I apologize to the studio.
I sympathize, and I'm on your side.
Sorry. I'm gonna start striking for the studio.
Yeah, Mitch is picketing every day. Good for him.
I think that the first time I ever had it in Portland was like there's an area in Portland where there's strip clubs and there's a Voodoo Doughnut right there. And I think it was like, let's go to like a barcade, and then we went to like the strip club area, which we took you. I think we took you to didn't we? I say I took you to a strip club, but didn't we go to a strip club in Portland? Oh, you didn't go.
No, I've never been to a strip club in my life.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that's why I thought that you did come with us.
No, we didn't go. We went to because we weren't in Portland. We're thinking 2017. That was the time we went to Voodoo Doughnuts.
Mm-hmm.
And our most recent Portland show was when? Last year?
We went to, yes, but we went to maybe one of the original. We went to one that was like a standalone thing. I think I went to one of the famous Voodoo Doughnuts.
Yeah, we went
to
a standalone one, and it was one of the more iconic locations. I don't remember specifically which
the
one.
I went to was like such a late night thing of people were in line, and it was like midnight or something.
No, we didn't go late at night. We went in the middle of the day.
No, I know. Yeah. But look, the first time I had it, I was like, oh, this is good, but was like whatever. And then the second time I had it, we turned on it a little bit. I think they're fun donuts.
I think they're fun. They're a
lot
little
going on. They're a little edgelordy, which is what you had an issue with.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. That's certainly the branding is kind of that way. It's like how fun is that? How much of that is fun? And how much of that is like
donuts.
The magic is in the hole and it's kind of annoying.
Yes, that is annoying too.
Right.
And they have a mug that's like it's about the hole, and there's a hole through the mug. Look. They're branding it. Do I like the brand? I don't know. Not really. I do like voodoo and kind of gothic, scary spookiness or whatever.
That stuff's great.
That's fun. But like the Cock and Balls donut, which is a donut there, filled with Bavarian cream, I'm like,
what are we doing?
What are we
We'll
doing?
try hard.
What about a condensed milk donut?
Now we're talking.
Honestly.
I like.
We got the so they have a few that are exclusive to this location. One of those is the Hollywood Cream, which again I find a description of on the website.
Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
That would be gross.
Oh yeah. That's why I said
I'm sorry. In my head I was like, and I'm like, no, wait, that's disgusting.
No, I'm talking about the week old when you don't jack off for a week.
Jesus.
Make that into a donut flavor. I call it condensed milk.
Amelia, we got to let you go just for what we've done to you. You were always a freak. It's not our fault.
Speaking of cream, I think the Hollywood Cream donut, I thought the cream was okay. this one was kind of a mess.
They were all kind of messy. I thought all of the donuts were like wet and heavy.
Yeah.
And not your fault either. But
no, even the ones that were perfectly intact.
Yes.
Because we had one box that was like 9 donuts that were in pristine condition.
They were
even
gooey.
those were super duper like ooey gooey.
They were all gooey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you did a great job cutting them up, Nick.
I tried.
Yeah. I don't know. All the cream ones were kind of a similar, just like kind of mess to me.
Right. We had the Diablo Rex, which I was expecting more from flavor-wise, because it has a pentagram on it and it has chocolate chips in the middle, but it is just a devil's food donut. It has nothing to it beyond that. Kind of a boring
I ate
donut.
the pentagram donut?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
scared now.
Why?
I don't like the devil.
Pazuzu?
Yeah.
You can't ingest Pazuzu. You have to invite him inside.
Oh God, this is scaring me more. I didn't. That one didn't. I would.
Nothing to it.
Not
Kinda
to
instant
anger
stand.
Pazuzu, but yeah, it was like whatever.
Yeah, Pazuzu made these donuts. He's pissed.
So we had the Pride Bar, which is like a kind of the long boy form factor. And
Oscar, I loved your reaction to the Pride
Yeah.
Bar.
so it's just like it's just a normal white glaze on top of it. And then it has like a row of Fruit Loops on it that are like in the color of rainbows. And that's it.
Ridiculous.
That's their commitment to
Come on.
doing a rainbow
A
concept.
Pride Bar,
Yeah.
and it's first of all white, boring as hell. When you think
Yes.
Pride Bar, I'm like, okay, colorful, like a lot of color. Maybe the inside it's like colored dough,
Yeah.
maybe even like rainbow filling or something. It is a white ass bar,
Yes.
with a string of Fruit Loops.
Yes.
What's Voodoo trying to tell me, huh? It just felt I felt attacked.
Yeah.
I felt targeted. I felt okay. And so boring. So so serious. What, to quote the Joker, Mitch's favorite movie, why so serious? Like,
Yeah, it's true.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Dark Knight, whatever.
Thank
you. It was so boring to
Yeah.
you have a pentagram, you have a man with a pretzel sticking out of his heart, and then you have the most serious bar?
Yeah.
Call it a pride bar?
Mhm.
Prideful of what?
Yeah.
Ain't no pride. I'm straight now.
Yeah, it was pretty boring, and then not a lot flavor-wise going on. You know,
There was Bavarian
There's
cream in
Bavarian
that as
cream
well.
inside. Yeah,
Which is like,
that's some flavor.
what? What? Bavarian Pride Bar, Bavarian Queen? Really? Is that
Right.
what we're doing?
What's the connection?
I don't know.
We had the Homer, which is like their version of a classic pink donut. I thought this was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took a bite of that and I was like, not too bad. What do you think, Wags? What do you say, Wags?
Hey, Homer, are you coming to church this weekend?
Yeah, a couple months from December. We better get. Oh God.
Were you trying to do a Homer
that
Simpson
Homer?
impression?
This is
season one Homer.
Oh.
And were you trying to do a Marge Simpson voice?
I was doing season 1 Mo, but it is very akin to March. They were very religious, early Simpsons.
Early Simpsons are very religious.
We also had I thought that one was fine, and the
I hope
blueberry.
to see you at Maggie's baptism, Mo. This is like, I mean, they still are a church-going family. I think to this day.
Yeah. The blueberry
Which we
cake
like.
donut, which was we support that.
Yeah, we support it.
We
like
endorse
it.
it, as a matter of fact.
Blueberry cake donut was like their most basic donut, I feel like, in this whole batch, but it was
Absolutely.
well executed.
Mhm.
You know, it's fine. And then I have the Voodoo Doll one down here twice. We also had Marshall Mathers, which let me get the description of this one.
This is like another. This is the one with M&Ms on top of it.
Right.
This is like, again, is like they're being a little cutesy. Marshall Mathers, the M&Ms.
Right.
Yeah, it's a plain cake donut with vanilla frosting and mini M&Ms.
I think they might be experimenting with name changes because when I went there, I saw that it was called the 8 Mile.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if they got sued.
Interesting.
They maybe did, just using his name.
Yeah.
But 8 Mile. Oh, I guess 8 Mile isn't a thing. That was 8 Mile was there
maybe-
before he made the movie.
Maybe 8 Mile's a different donut. I'm not sure. I was looking at the thing. It said 8 Mile on
That'd
it.
be wild if there was a Marshall Mathers and an
That'd
8
be
Mile
pretty cool.
donut.
Yeah.
That's a lot of M&M.
For a thing, for something from Portland. That
Exactly.
Has
It's
nothing to
a
do
bit of
with
a
Detroit.
disconnect.
Yeah.
I thought this one was pretty good. You know, would I rather just have sprinkles? Probably, but for the novelty of like, hey, this is an over-the-top donut.
Right.
You know what? This one's for kids, I think. If you're
100%.
a kid, you're like, oh my God, M&M's on a donut. That's
I mean,
crazy.
this of course is a dessert donut again.
Yes.
Who wants an M&M donut in the morning? But I also, the funny thing about the M&M one was like eating the M&M one. I was like, this one's not as heavy. A donut covered in M&Ms.
It's weirdly
is
not.
like not as heavy.
Especially contrasted with one of the vegan donuts we got, which is the Old Dirty Bastard.
Mhm.
This one is a raised ring with chocolate frosting, chocolate cream-filled cookies, and a peanut butter drizzle. This one has a lot going on. It's borderline Unga Pachka, but I do
That's
think
pretty
this one ripped.
That's
I
pretty
like this
good.
donut a lot. And for a vegan donut, I thought this was delicious.
Wags, my favorite donut of the bunch. It's fitting. And this is Amelia's choice, a replacement choice, the peanut butter and jelly donut.
That's right. That was
Oh
one of
my
that one was
gosh.
also vegan, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I loved the PB&J.
That one was great. It was delightful.
Are you both are bread?
Yeah, we're both bread with different things put on them.
Because I was gonna say that's very cannibalistic of you, but you're not the jelly. You are the bread.
We're the bread.
We're the bread.
Jelly's your clothes.
We've smeared on. Yeah,
We're supposed to at some point we're supposed to embrace.
We can end the episode with
the
that.
fans want to
Okay.
see it.
Yeah, we'll end the episode with that.
So if you want to see us embrace, stick around to the end of the episode and make your voices heard in the Discord, our Discord. You can log on to it, patreon.com/Doughboys.
That's right. $5 a month gets you an extra bonus episode each week. That's double the laughs, double the fun at patreon.com/Doughboys.
This sounds like a radio commercial.
He's good at reading ad. Wags is a good ad reader.
Yeah, I'll blaze through copy. PB&J I thought was good. I don't
care about the copy he's talking about? No.
Don't tell the advertisers that. We also had the Chuckles. What the hell was the Chuckles?
This guy will give you a cigarette ad read if he
I
asks
think
you.
that's the one with the little peanut butter chunks on it.
Oh, that's right. This
I
was
did
another
like
PB&J
this one.
This one was good.
That was Jose's favorite.
Yeah,
this
and
was my favorite as well. Thank you, Jose.
This one has hot chocolate powder on it in addition to peanuts, caramel, and a chocolate drizzle. Yeah.
Watch, could you do like a Marlboro Red ad read right now off the top of the dome?
You know, Mitch, lately I haven't had enough flavor in my tobacco. Well, I've learned about Marlboro Red cigarettes. Now, here's the thing about Marlboros. They've got a full-bodied flavor that goes down smooth, and they have less tar than competing brands. Now, if you want to get yourself a pack of Marlboros, go ahead and log on to marlboro.com/Doughboys and use promo code Doughboys for 50 cents off your first pack.
I told you. He's fucking good.
Well done.
Thank you.
Very good.
Also, that is real. So check it out.
Check it out. I would love to run cigarette ads. If they're cigarettes are back. Come on.
Cigarettes are back.
Cigarettes are back.
It would be really funny if just starting on one episode we're both just smoking in here.
It's like the Mike Lawrence show.
I forgot to trim one nail today.
Oh boy.
I trimmed every nail except for one. I forgot this one. The
Mitch,
thumb.
what is your brain like? I'm just like, how does it work?
Speaking of nails, Oscar, yours look fantastic. Did you do
Oh,
those
cool
yourself?
as
Get
hell.
those
No,
done?
oh God, no.
Those
I
are
got
great.
them done.
Nice.
I'm gonna get they're growing out, but I do like a black and green flame.
I love it.
It kind of works for the spooky season a little bit. I
Yeah.
don't know if that was the
True.
intention, but
That's
yeah,
true.
it works great. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the intention. Yeah.
We got a chocolate with coconut, which was another kind of basic donut, but I think well executed.
That one was my favorite.
That was your favorite.
Yeah.
And that was a replacement one you got.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was that one called?
Chocolate with coconut.
Yeah, they have some ones that
Interestingly,
just
not
have-
in the pack that got destroyed.
Well, this is the thing, and like some of these they have a bundle you can just get of basic donuts, but like they have like really like they have on theme names for most of their menu, but there are a few of them where they're just like straightforward. Like they have a raspberry Romeo, which feels like they're making an effort, but then they also just have a glazed old fashioned. They just have like a
Interesting.
straightforward donut
I
with a
probably ate
normal
like
name.
5 donuts total. I ate a lot of
Yeah,
donuts.
we had a lot of donuts.
Yeah.
We had I ate every quarter that I got. So, whatever. Yeah, it probably
I
works
think I
out 5 or
ate
6
every
donuts.
quarter plus like 1 or 2 more quarters. I went back.
Chocolate with coconut was good. And then the Frankenstein, I mean, again, it's like the whole point of it is for it to look like Frankenstein. And I
Whoa.
think flavor-wise, it didn't really do much for me.
That donut is insane because it's filled with Nutella, right? Is that what it's filled with?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah. It's a Frankenstein head filled with Nutella. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Well, Frankenstein's supposed to look fucked up anyway, right?
Yeah, but it should have a face.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
If like the classic Frankenstein had no eyes, nose, or mouth, I guess it would be scary.
Yeah.
It would be very scary.
But it's a different sort of horror, like a faceless, like giant creature lurching towards you. That's
Yeah.
very different. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was hard to judge the 3. It was hard to judge the Pride Bar and the Voodoo Doughnut and the Frankenstein head.
Yes.
But for what they are, like, if you just get the Voodoo Doughnut or the Frankenstein head, like that's even too much donut on their own.
It's too much.
It's too much.
And I will say, like, I think those 3 in particular are aesthetic forward. Like,
Yes,
in
right.
terms of flavor, they're not distinct enough where you're like, oh, the Frankenstein head is a blank flavor.
Yeah.
It's just you buy it because it's pretty to look at, and then
Right.
you're eating it anyway. So then, kind of like, what's the point?
Yep.
Yeah, we kind of had a box of like 10 normal donuts and then like a box of like sweet 7-layer dip. It like really didn't get the experience of eating those donuts.
It was a freak box.
It was a freak
freak
box.
box.
Yeah.
Freak box. That's
freak
right.
box. Classic
Wait,
freak
what are
box.
you saying? Gays are freaks?
I want to apologize to you, the Doughboys community.
The Doughboys community? Are you serious?
That's right. I'm sorry, Doughboys community.
If you want to hear more apologies from Mitch, log on to patreon.com/doughboys.
It's behind a paywall?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, you know I love the Swedes. What I said on that last episode means nothing. There'd be like one for every single race, religion, creed.
It's just a blanket statement, and you just fill in the blank.
You're wearing the jelly costume and all.
Amelia, before we let you go, what's your fork score for Voodoo Doughnut?
I have to factor in presentation and aesthetics in all of this because I think that's very important.
Jesus.
Wags
Nice
almost
save.
spilled his drink.
By the way, he also almost knocked the Coke into his laptop keyboard before the start. Did you get anything in there?
No, just a few drops.
We're all watching him. He's cleaning it up.
I'm mopping it up real quick.
So with that in mind, I think I would give Voodoo Doughnut a 4.
4 forks.
4 forks.
Wow.
I like
Really?
it. I like
Okay,
it.
that's high.
Wow.
Yeah.
4 forks from Amelia Marino. Will it get into the Golden Plate Club? We'll find out right after this break. Mitch, with the busy fall season already in swing, you might be looking for wholesome, convenient meals for jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up fast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle.
Wags, I walked outside and something fell on my shoulder. It's an orange leaf. I say fall is here.
That's right, Mitch, and if you're too busy this fall to cook but want to make sure you're eating well, with Factor, skip the extra trip to the grocery store and the chopping, prepping, and cleaning up too, while still getting the flavor and nutritional quality you need. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes, so all you have to do is heat and enjoy, then get back to crushing your goals.
Don't take my word for it. If you go outside, you're going to get a brown, orange, yellow leaf that's going to fall on your shoulder. Eventually, you're going to think, it's fall. How am I going to get prepped for all this food?
That's right. Well, what you can do is choose from 35-plus weekly flavor-packed, fresh, never frozen meals that promote a healthy lifestyle and meet your meal preferences, all ready to eat in 2 minutes. Relish the best of autumn with fall flavors. Our limited-time, only hearty, comforting meals featuring seasonal veggies like cranberry pecan chicken and apple Dijon pork chops. Ready in just 2 minutes, they'll satisfy your fall cravings during the busy season without the hassle.
Level up with Gourmet Plus options prepared to perfection by chefs and ready to eat in record time. Treat yourself to upscale meals with premium ingredients like broccolini, leeks, truffle butter, and asparagus. You know what? Eat them right by your window and look at all the leaves on the ground changing color.
Oh, look, we can look out the window right there. The leaves are falling. We know it's fall now.
It's fall now.
Beautiful. There's orange, there's yellow, there's brown.
Beautiful.
Wow, beautiful. Too busy running around during the day to think about lunch? Keep your energy up with Lunch to Go. Effortless, wholesome meals like grain bowls and salad toppers that are ready to eat when you're on the go. No microwave required.
Looking for calorie-conscious options during the busy season? Try delicious, dietitian-approved, calorie-smart meals with around or less than 550 calories per serving.
Don't just be leaving a bowl outside and collecting a bunch of leaves and having a leaf salad. That's not
doesn't work.
nutritious.
That's
You
not
can't do
good.
that. Need an extra boost to support your wellness goals and feel your best as you tackle a busy autumn? Try Protein Plus meals with 30 grams of protein or more per serving.
I'll tell you this much. If you put that bowl out, the leaves you're catching, they're not going to be green. They're going to be yellow orange, or brown.
And you might be thinking like, oh, this is like Reese's Pieces. Like this, I'm sure this will taste the same. It's not going to taste the same.
It's not.
It's going to taste like leaves.
It's going to taste like leaves. Yep.
Round out your meal and replenish your snack supply with an assortment of 45 plus add-ons to suit various preferences and tastes. Choose from breakfast items like our delicious Adipole cinnamon pancakes, bacon and cheddar egg bites, and potato, bacon, and egg breakfast skillet. Or for an easy wellness boost, try refreshing beverage options like cold-pressed juices, shakes, and smoothies.
That's right, Wags. With Factor, you can rest assured you're making a sustainable choice. We offset 100% of our delivery emissions
and source 100% renewable electricity for our production sites and offices.
This October, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door, ready in just 2 minutes. No prep, no mess, and no green leaves until springtime.
Head to factormeals.com/doughboys50 and use code doughboys50 to get 50% off. That's code doughboys50 at factormeals.com/doughboys50 to get 50% off.
And one last thing.
Look at the leaves. Welcome back to Doughboys for Shockdoughbooerdeath as we give our fork scores for Voodoo Doughnut. Oscar Montoya, you've done the show before.
Look at us.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Middle fingers down.
What the hell?
Well, I kind of like the horns.
I know you like the horns, but you never did the middle finger down one right ever. Oh, yeah, it doesn't count now.
Now it feels forced.
Okay, sorry. Do at the end of the episode. Oscar, you've done the show before, but because it is the spookiest of months and because this is a horror theme, we're going to rate these out of 0 to 5 pitchforks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So, your thoughts, your fork score, your pitchfork score on Voodoo Doughnut.
Because you like music?
Yeah, because I like music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Vinod, get ready to update the Doughboys wiki. Wags, I actually genuinely like out of pitchforks.
Wow.
It's good.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm glad that worked out.
Does it change my score at all? I don't know.
Does it change?
All right, so give us your score. Oscar,
you go first.
Your thoughts, your score.
Me first.
Unless I could go first if you want me to.
I would like for you to go first.
All right, Mitchell, go first.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Do you want me to go first?
No, I can do this. Now, a voodoo is a thing of the bayou.
Oh, Lord.
Ross Perot is back.
And you know what? Voodoo is I feel like we haven't had as much voodoo scares in the last few years. I guess like.
Well, Child's Play is.
Yes, Child's Play.
Voodoo-centric.
Yep.
You know.
The newer ones, why do they make it like an AI gone wrong in the newer ones? Which I didn't.
Well, now there's a TV show, and that one's really good.
The creator of, by the way, the creator of Child's Play, like, and what's his name? Don. Who's the guy who? Or was
I know who you mean. It is Don something, I think.
Mancini?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
it is Don Mancini. Yeah.
Is a guy who was held on to it's like, this is my baby, and everyone and they didn't like the remake because they were like,
who did?
Yeah, and also like you took it away from this guy who like loves this property and has had it evolve, and people love the show and everything. But besides that, not a ton of voodoo stuff. I guess like Get Out has like a vibe of kind of like taking over.
I think it's kind of like voodoo is an actual religion, so that might be a little sort of problematic
it's a little
to do anything now with it, And
so it's a little problematic of me too begging for new voodoo movies. But
you've been problematic all day, so
yeah.
Why stop now?
Just knock out another apology. You're set.
Because of my voodoo comments, I'd like to apologize to the Doughboys community.
Yeah, 98% of your listeners are voodoo. Practice voodoo.
I think it's a great fun, and you know what? I do like that little bayou feel to it. This comes from Portland, though. Very hyped. They grew, but it's not like this place like expanded like crazy. It's like they did like the Universal Vegas expansions, right? They didn't go national.
No,
they didn't go nationwide.
They're
right?
in like Arizona, Colorado, Texas. They're in a few, they've kind of expanded across the West gradually. And they are
keep it as is. I don't go.
Yeah, they haven't tried to turn into Krispy Kreme, but they have, they have like 19 locations.
And I think, look, my birthday is October 6th, Wags. You know this. I was born on the spookiest month. And on one of the spookiest numbers, 6, which is one of the devil's numbers. Scary. I mean, scary stuff.
What are the other numbers?
2 more of those 6s.
Well,
Mitch, as of this episode's release, your birthday is tomorrow. So happy
What?
early birthday to
happy
you.
early birthday.
birthday.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wags, I won't see you at the party tomorrow.
I've come to your birthday party a number of times.
I'll get pizza and go see a movie, and you have come. It's
yeah,
fair.
I show up. What do you want from me?
what are you seeing this year?
I always will see whatever the big movie is that's out that weekend. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be
We'll see.
Exorcist.
Oh,
Which is
that's
at least that's a fun
Fitting.
one. My problem, it made me so sad because it was supposed to be Killers of the Flower Moon, and I love Scorsese, but it got pushed back a couple weeks, I think. Right, Casey? Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Casey is playing Minesweeper.
That weekend I think it's supposed to be The Exorcist, Believer, and Craven the Hunter. So there you go. Got a few options.
What will I make people mad at me about for the new Exorcist or Craven? Look, I love the Bayou, I love the Voodoo, and I love some donuts, Wags. So combining all of them together, it seems like it's a home run.
Yeah.
And I think that this outing I enjoyed it more. And I think coming off of Sidecar Donuts, which I said to you while we're eating it, I think Sidecar maybe had individually like 1 or 2 donuts that were better than any donut we had.
100%. Fully
But
agree.
Overall, I liked the experience of Voodoo Donuts more. And thinking back on my birthday as a kid, if I was going to go to a haunted hayride, which I would have, or, like go to a haunted maze or do some bullshit like that, and my mom brought home a bunch of Voodoo Donuts, I'd be having a blast.
Absolutely.
I think they're fun. A non-fucked up Frankenstein head, I'd be loving it. And so I do think that they're fun. I think there's a place for it. They're very sugary.
Yeah.
They're not my favorite donut, but I had fun with a lot of the bites today, and I'm going to go 3.5 forks.
3.5 forks.
Oh,
Very good
wow.
score.
Good score.
Oscar, 3.5 pitchforks.
Pitchforks.
Thank you.
Sorry, 3.5 pitchforks.
Mhm.
Thank you, Mitch. Oscar, your thoughts, your pitchfork score.
Like I said, this is more of an aesthetic. It feels like a theme park.
Yeah.
The theme park of sweet treats,
Mhm.
You want to see it more than you want to taste it, because to me there were elements that were very similar. All like the chocolate donuts tasted similar to each other. Especially like the fancier a donut got, the mid the taste sort of became for me.
Just a sugar overload.
Yeah, it was just like sugar, which I mean, that's what donuts are, I guess, I want a cruller, like Voodoo, please make a cruller donut or version of it. I will say there's tastes, flavors that you won't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like the grape ape, for example, like the mango one, like you can't find that anywhere else. So it's for people who like have a very specific taste, and to that idea of like birthday nostalgia, like this works really well as like sort of like a cake alternate. You know what I mean? Like
sure.
everyone gets their individualized donut, like a little cake, and then you eat it and you're satisfied, You
got a group of 12 kids or something. Not you. You got a group of 12 kids. Pick out your favorite donut. They all get a donut. You're having fun.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's great, and it's like nice to look at, and then you eat it, and you're like, I just ate Frankenstein's monster's head, which is really nice. I wish there was better flavors. Some of the combinations just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
But I was very surprised by a lot of them. This gets 3 pitchforks.
3 pitchforks. I am going to be a ballpark buds with the two of you. Mitchell was also going to invoke Sidecar because it's in a recent memory. Yes, Sidecar has higher highs.
I just realized the scariest thing about Voodoo Donuts is me and Susser with a Voodoo Donut in the strip club in Portland after going there. Just scary for everyone on stage and everyone in that bar. But I didn't mention that I like Portland.
Yes.
And I like hey, Portland's weird or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
But I forgot to point out at the end, like that the try hardness of it is kind of annoying.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, look, I think Amelia is right to point out, it is smart to point out that this is like half the price of Sidecar. This is a much more approachable donut from the pocketbook book perspective, especially if it's like, hey, it's a family and we're going for funsies. You know, it's nice that versus Sidecar is like you're buying fancy pastries. The Sidecar has higher highs, lower lows. And Voodoo Doughnut kind of occupies the murky middle in between. I do think that a lot of them are, to Oscar's point, very similar. There's a lot of goop. These are very gooey, and so the ones that have a little bit of texture on them, like the ODB, that have like a little bit of crunch on top, those are part of the reason those are the standouts. But yeah, I think I land right at 3 pitchforks because I think this place is trying to do over the top, donuts with a kitschy theme, and I think they are accomplishing that, but the food isn't particularly notable. So I think 3 pitchforks is where I land. There you go.
That's good. Fair. I think a fair score.
I think so. Yeah.
Does everyone want to give their pitchfork score for a Tame Impala? 6.1.
Oh.
Just the band?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, let me look at their discography. For lonerism.
7.
There we go. 7. I also say 7.
6.66.
Whoa!
That's fun.
That is a lot of fun.
When Susser and I were at the script club, the strippers were putting more clothes on during the show.
And it was turning you on. You
You
paid for them to put on clothes.
I think a fair score is this. This isn't the spookiest restaurant we'll review all month. There's spookier. Possibly.
You think so?
I think
actually this might be it.
I think. I mean, this is like not like Jekyll and Hyde. You know what I mean? This is like Tim Burton's take
You're
on
right.
spooky.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. This is like a fun spooky.
Exactly.
This is a PG-13. This is like
Very
the
that.
Burbs.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Very
got it.
Haunted Mansion take.
Right.
On
Yeah.
Which is fun.
spooky. Yeah.
Which is fun
It's
and
fun.
fitting for their theme.
Yeah.
All right. It's time for a segment. I've got some food jingles, and Mitch and Oscar must determine which year they came out.
Wow.
It's a
man.
special
Oh, wow.
Shockdoughbooerdeath edition of Jingle All the Whey,
Wow.
spelled W-H-E-Y, or should I say Jingle All the Slay, spelled S-L-A-Y.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
So here are the rules. These are compiled by our buddy, the Drop Dead King, Robert Persinger, who
Drop
did today's
Dead
drop.
King.
That's right.
Oh.
The rules. We'll play the video, and you will each guess the year, alternating order. The closest guess without going over, Price is Right style, gets 1 point. If you guess it exactly on the year, you get 2 points. That's the Art and Marine rule. And if the game ends in a tie, the guest wins. That's the Mitch Kenna rule. And today's appropriately Halloween theme is Candy Jingles. Candy Jingles.
All right.
All right, so we're going to grab our headphones so we can hear these.
Oscar, I was going to ask you, do you have any...
There's the cans in the business. Want to put on your cans.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
What are we going to ask?
Mitch got really mad.
A lot of people aren't in the podcasting industry, may not know what we mean when we say cans. Call your headphones your cans. Grab your cans. Need your cans for this one. What, like a soda can? No, you dipshit. Your headphones.
Like my boobs?
No.
So do they call soda cans something different? No, they're still
No, they're
cans.
still cans.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, drink your headphones.
Oscar, do you have any scary October plans? Do you have any movies lined up that you're going to see? Are you going to start watching some spooky movies soon? What do you got on the agenda?
So I do this thing every October, which is I do something called Spoopy Friends on Instagram, which is I watch a horror movie that I've never seen, and I make a friend who's also never seen that movie watch it.
Wow.
And then we go on Instagram Live and we talk about it.
I
love that.
I would love to have, well, you're not on social media, but Mitch, would you want to be my spoopy friend?
I would love to be your spoopy friend.
Wow.
And also, if I'm around Weiger, maybe we can get him to do it. He loves
Yeah,
homework.
I'll pop in. I do
you
love
love homework?
Yeah,
Mhm.
100%.
Great. Oh, fun. Then we got to
But if
figure
not-
out a movie that none of us have seen before.
I'm in no matter what. Who knows if he'll show up, but I'm in
Okay,
no matter
so we
what.
have this on tape. Mitch is confirmed to be a spoopy friend
Wow.
in October.
100%.
Okay.
Wow. What do you have some candidates in your mind? Because I feel like you've seen most things.
I've seen a lot, but there's a lot of like I've never seen Psycho.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've never seen. I haven't seen a lot of Hitchcock.
Got it. Yeah.
I recently, I told you this last year. I watched Psycho, and then I was like, had I never seen Psycho all the way through before? And I don't think I had. And when you watch it, you'll be like, you'll know so much of it.
Right.
But have you seen The Birds?
No, I haven't seen much of Hitchcock.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, there's some blind spots. Like I've watched a lot of like niche little horror movies. Like the big ones I haven't seen.
Wow.
Mitch, you watched Psycho for the first time and they're like, oh yeah, my mom is just me wearing her clothes.
My mommy exists.
You're watching wearing your mom's clothes.
My mom exists. I love her very much.
Your mom rocks. All right, we'll play the video, guess the year, and try to not go over. This first one is a Tootsie Roll ad entitled "Everything I Think I See."
The world looks mighty good to me.
I remember seeing this.
This is animated.
I remember seeing this commercial so much as a kid. This is crazy.
Becomes a Tootsie Roll.
He's cheating.
Tootsie Roll, how I want your chocolate chew. Tootsie Roll, I think I'm in love with you.
These kids used to brush their hair.
Becomes a Tootsie Roll to me.
The tagline, it's from Tootsie Roll. So basically what's happening there is that, all the vehicles, all the wildlife, everything is turning into a Tootsie Roll as these kids are interacting with them.
Careful with that screen, whoever's in charge. Oh, there's clip 1 and clip 2.
I did this. I did this.
All
right. Casey went above and beyond with this.
Sorry to question Casey.
No, I emailed Casey. He was like, I'm going to I was like, just so you know that the years that these came out are in the YouTube titles a lot of the times. He's like, I'll download all of them and make them anonymous. And he fucking did it.
They could use that song as they could do the scary version of that song where they slow it down.
Oh my God. I hate that trend.
I know.
Yeah, it's a stupid trend. This is
the itsy bitsy spider. The chorus of kids.
This shorty got low.
I'm proud to be an American.
I think that's the normal.
This is a commercial that I remember seeing so much as a child.
What year did it come out though?
This is a tricky thing because I do think, it's an 80s, in my mind it's an 80s commercial. Like, is there a chance it was like 79? Possibly. Like 78, and then, this was like made in 78, 79, and they ran it for years.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing this as a child, so that in my head I'm like, should I go first?
Yeah, go first, Mitch.
You get to go first.
And we'll alternate.
So in my mind I'm like, it could have been like an 84 ad. I kind of almost want to say 84, or do I say 82, the year I was born? I'm gonna do 84.
1984.
Oh God, I think I went over.
Oscar, your guess.
I think I went over.
I'm gonna say 85.
That's a good. You're playing the game right. This is the way to do it.
It's probably earlier. I originally wanted to say, you know what? I'm gonna change it to 81.
81.
80 because it feels like a 70s.
You might have just sank my battleship there.
You both overshot it.
Fuck! I knew it.
1976.
Holy shit!
Yeah, this one's from the 70s. They were just re-airing this continuously into the 80s.
So long.
Well, that's what ads used to do. Like these older ads, they just play them over and over again.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
76.
76.
I gotta be honest with you, great production value. It looks great.
Yeah, nice little animation. Casey, you were saying, because we were talking Halloween plans, you go to Halloween Horror Nights every year. That's the universal like horror experience.
Yeah, I'm going tonight.
Wow. What's the theme this year?
I don't think there's like I know they used to do theme.
But there's not an overall theme, but there's some specific attractions they've got that are maybe topical.
Yeah, there's a Last of Us house that they got.
Wow.
Based on specifically the video game and not the
I like that.
show.
I like it being the video game. That's cool.
Yeah.
One of the rooms is Mason writing the scripts all by himself during the strike.
during the strike.
That's the scare. He's scabbing during the strike. He's covered in scabs.
They also got what's the other one? The Exorcist for the new movie. They got one of those. Stranger Things.
Wow.
Season 4 is another big one they have, and I think there's a new Chucky house.
Do you have a
also.
favorite from years past?
My favorite when they did the themes. The first time I went, and I was like maybe 13 in Florida.
Wow.
The theme was the director, and so it was like. He's like, I'm going to make creepy movies and you're going to die in my house and I'm going to make a movie about it. And I was like, I got to check this out. And
That's cool.
Scared the hell out of me.
That was at Horror Nights?
At least in the one in Florida, yeah.
Wow.
There's
that was Brett Ratner, right?
Oh my God.
Look. Wait, did Ratner do X-Men 2?
He did, yeah. No, we did. Yeah, I think he did 2. He did 3.
He did 3.
I think 2 is still Singer.
Oh shit, another problematic guy.
Wait, hold on. Let me look it up.
2 is pretty good. I was watching yesterday.
2 is good.
Bring him back.
Bryan Singer?
Bring them both back.
You are just really problematic today.
Singer, Ratner, bring it. It's a combo.
Bring them all back. We'll all smoke cigarettes. We'll have fun. Oscar, you ever do Halloween Horror Nights?
Doughboys.
I have not. No.
But you, man, you would enjoy it.
Yeah, I want to. I suffer from anxiety, so I'm a little nervous that might trigger a lot of my anxiety.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
But the concept of it seems so fun.
I like the idea of someone looking at the Doughboys feed and be like, Doughboys episode 432, Winston cigarettes with Bryan Singer.
All right, let's do the next ad.
There's this year at Horror Nights. There's a bug man.
Yes.
Like you know how they always have like the
terror tram.
The terror tram.
Yeah.
The tram. The Universal tram. This year it's like a bug man. I know
Wow.
that we talk about Bug Man on the podcast, but it's a bug man that's like
That's
not
cool.
Like
connected.
The Fly?
It's like not connected to any movies. He's like a bug man that's
It's
like
an
trying to
invented
kill
bug
humans.
man.
Oh.
Is it Bug Main?
I mean, honestly, it could be. He sent me a
Wow.
photo the other day, and he was like, "Check it out." And he was backstage at UCB in the green room. I'm like, "What are you doing there?" And he was doing a show at UCB.
Bug Main?
Bug Main was.
God bless him. All right, next up, Raisinets. This is Catch Some Raisinets.
Guys, I have another thing to say about it.
Sun-ripened raisins,
Let's watch this ad.
Nestle milk chocolate. That's as good as it gets.
I remember this ad as well.
Good and wholesome and more. She's always ready to pour.
I'm always ready to catch some raisinets. I want to catch some raisinets.
Ooh, they're all mine.
Catch some,
Chocolate-covered sunshine.
catch some raisinets.
Catch some raisinets.
Catch some raisinets.
I wanna.
Catch some raisinets.
These are also, this is funny that these are like so being marketed as a school lunch pack.
Transparently marketed
Yeah.
to children for like, you should have this at school.
Absolutely.
And like, yeah, so we for people who are just listening to the audio feed, what we got there is just like a bunch of Raisinets kind of falling from the sky. And kids are catching them in baseball mitts, in their shirts, in their hats, and what have you.
It was weird. I mean, it was weird in many ways, but it also made it seem so much about that woman because they were like, well, I'll catch it if she pours or
Yes.
whatever. And you're like, who is this lady? What are they talking about?
It's a
here?
Raisinette woman.
It's like, I guess it's the raisinette
She
fucking lady.
birthed these raisin pellets, and she's giving it to the children. Yeah.
There is something very strange about that. I love Raisinets.
Yeah.
I'm a Raisinette fan. When I was a kid in the movie theater.
Don't let the California raisins hear that.
I wonder how they'd feel about being covered in chocolate. Like, is that like sort of like is that like a shower to them? Is that nice?
No,
think
they're suffocating
Oh
inside.
yeah. It's like wax or something.
That's
for
like
us.
Han Solo and
Like carbonite,
It's
yeah.
carbonite.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's a grim
Finally,
fate.
something that they would really hate.
yeah, they can't sing.
That's tragedy for everyone.
That's now my headcanon that the Raisinets are like auditioned for the California raisins and weren't good enough.
Oh!
So they get suffocated in
Damn.
chocolate. Let's all right,
I thought you were
Oscar.
acting that out, but really you just tossed your headphones off
Yeah,
accidentally.
they fell off my face. different sort of spill. Oscar, you go first on this one. What year
Okay.
did this come out?
This screams 80s to me. And the late 80s, so I'm gonna say 86.
1986.
Yeah.
That's a good guess. I think it's a little later. I think it's a sneaky 1990.
Oh, that's true.
Well, you know what? You might be dead on. It feels like maybe, hey, this is like maybe very early 90s.
It's just like the guy sounds like Huey Lewis singing.
You're right.
And he was big in 80s.
He was,
I think.
It is funny. Like it does seem like something like I bet you I probably had Raisinette packets at school lunch. I'm sure I probably did at some point. Loved Raisinets. I think that for me, more so than more so than peanut M&Ms, I was like a Raisinette guy at the movies. I liked Raisinets quite a bit. But I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna say 90s. I think it's the 90s.
What
Like
what
1990?
year?
1990.
1990
Oh,
is
that's a
your
good guess.
guess on the dot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mitch, you get 2 points because this was a 1990 ad.
Wow.
So there you go. You got it on the dot.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Well done, buddy. You were going to say something before we played this clip.
I was just gonna say how frustrating it would be to be a horror maze person and have you walk through the maze.
Me?
Yeah, for someone to be like, blah, 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 and you're like, just
Hey, buddy.
staring at them. Yeah, with no reaction.
I might
Is
be
that you
scared.
on?
I don't know how unflappable I'd be. I'd been through haunted house. You know what? I actually did. Like when I was a kid, I went through a haunted house and they got mad at me. So yeah, that is true.
What?
I knew it.
Because I was just wasn't unfazed by everything. But I would get scared if someone jumped out at me in certain contexts. I think just there, I know what I'm in for.
I could tell that you were just like, oh, like you wouldn't give them anything.
Yeah.
It's like I could picture you sitting on Santa's lap as a kid and be like, what do you want for Christmas? Like, what do you want?
But this was also. I brought you a present.
Why did I imagine like Clifford? Well, Martin Short's Clifford.
Kind of dead on. I feel like that's what he was like.
It was also like it was at the public park and it was like staffed by teenagers. So like the teenagers are going to be a little surly, you know. All right, next one. This is a Skittles ad. Taste the rainbow of fruit flavors.
Okay.
Wow.
This is.
Oh my God. I want her outfit.
Okay.
Great.
Orange and lime. Taste the rainbow of fruit flavors. Skittles, Skittles, bite-sized candies. Taste the rainbow of fruit flavors in Skittles.
A vibrant palette there. Very vivid.
Yes.
Mitch, you're up first. What year did Skittles taste
It
the
also
rainbow
looked
of
like
fruit flavors
Skittles were
come out?
being born there at one point.
They did look like they were being burned.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They looked like they were coming out of a cavity. This is 80s. This is 80s.
Mm-hmm.
100% 80s. This is before Skittles got like kind of meta and
Oh, right.
I thought you were going to say woke.
You know what? Why not?
once they went to rainbow flavors, give me gray and white Skittles.
Some guy who like is remembering something that never happened. Skittles used to be black and white.
Tasted like granite, and I loved it.
This is tough. 86, what you guessed before, might be dead on.
Wow.
But I'm gonna go. I feel like it might be. I'm gonna go. I'm stuck between 84 and 86. I'm gonna go 85. I'm gonna go right in the middle.
1985. Oscar, your guess. What
Yeah.
year did Skittles taste the rainbow of fruit flavors first air?
Well, it might be later.
I just feel like
too.
this commercial should have been the inspiration for the Pride Bar of Voodoo Doughnut.
Sure,
That's-
Like, look at that video and be like, okay, that's how we do Pride.
Yes, 100% more colorful, fun than what we got today.
I
For
know.
our-
What the hell? This is an 88 commercial.
1988. Mitch is going to take this one because Oscar, you went over. This came out in 1986. So Mitch, you get 1 point.
Oh, you were almost going to say 86.
I almost said 86.
Almost there.
84 or 86.
All right, Mitch has 3 points. Oscar waiting to get on the board. The next one
I've done this
Starburst.
exercise so many times. It's
starts up the juice.
You start getting okay at it, even though some
That's
will
okay.
just-
I'm not a sore loser.
Okay.
I just enjoy playing games.
I'd be pissed off right now if I was.
No, I'm not.
I wonder what your record is. I'll have to look. I'll look it up while this video is
I don't
playing.
think
What your
it's
record
great.
is.
This is. They're always trickier. Well, let's see. What's
Jingle All the Way.
see
All right,
next
let's
one.
watch Starburst starts up the juice.
Ugh. Whoa.
This is a tricky one. You're thinking what I'm thinking.
Uh-huh.
This is.
Oh, what's
Oh,
this
okay.
one?
Hold on.
Oh,
Little
what's that?
clue right at the end.
Okay.
Huh.
Little
Is
bit
that
of
it?
Miami Vice back from commercial. Is that what's going on there? What is that shot?
I can't tell what that is. Is that Epstein and what's her name?
Epstein and Ghislaine and Hillary.
Is this Ghislaine and Hillary?
Yeah.
Is this? Is this Little St. James? I gotta say, it's beautiful. Little St. James is beautiful.
All right. Who goes first in this one?
Oscar.
Oscar, it's your turn. Okay. Starburst starts at the juice. What year?
This is a
Okay,
tricky
this
one.
is another. This feels like another '80s spot. You know, I said '86 a little too soon. I said so. I'm gonna stick with my '88. Maybe that I'll get lucky now.
88 is good.
1988.
I feel like this is a late 80s, possibly early 90s. To make things fun, I'm gonna go 1992.
Oscar's going to win this one because this came out in 1989. So, Oscar, you get a point.
Oh, it's a year off.
Late 80s. Yeah. That was good. That.
There was like a 3D effect at the end, which I
That's-
was like, this feels 90s now.
We both.
Yeah.
We both picked up on that. They made a little 3D star, which honestly looked pretty good.
It looked good.
Looked good.
Looked really good.
I'm trying to figure out your record in Jingle All the Way. We've done this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh
8,
my God.
9, 10,
Dear God.
11, 12,
Oh my God. This
13.
sucks.
13 times, but it's been a bit of a bit. Oh, you know what? Vinod, our buddy, our guy, helpfully compiled your win, lose, and draw record at the bottom. You are 5, 7, and 1 in Jingle All the Way.
So not that great.
You've done okay.
I've done
Yeah,
okay.
you've done okay.
You've done okay.
I've done all right. I've done all right.
Yeah, you've done all right. All right.
Are you a competitive person, Mitch?
Very much so.
He says yes. I am not really. No, I'm not really that competitive.
Come on.
Come on. You think I'm competitive? I don't like. I'm not.
You get frustrated. You don't like losing.
I like my sports teams. I don't care about losing, and it
You
depends on what it
do
is.
care. You do care.
Dear God.
You're trying to downplay it. You do care.
I don't care that much. I don't. He's full of shit.
He's going to be pissed if he loses this. We just watched. Wait, Starburst starts with the juice. We got one more, right?
I'm not competitive.
The last one is
Only with improv, comedy sports.
the best kind of competition, the improv cage match. Objective measure of comedy. All right, the last one is push pop, hip to the pop, which may feature a familiar face.
Me?
Dig it. This is a push pop. You either know what to do with it or you don't.
Yo, you gotta be hip to the pop. Push pop. Push it up, push it down, keep it hanging round. You gotta be hip to the pop. Push pop. Taste of grape and cherry, watermelon, raspberry. You gotta be hip to the pop. It's something else, yeah, that's the rap. Dig it now, lick it later, just give it the cap. Get hip to it, yeah, see the light.
Oh my God.
Nothing else fits you, so right. Yo, you gotta be hip to the pop. Push pop. You gotta be hip to the pop. Push pop.
I think I know the familiar face.
This was very montagey. Yeah, does anyone want to guess what the familiar face was?
A young Ross Perot.
Oh my God. How dare you? I'd like to apologize to all the kids that were in that commercial. And the Doughboys community.
It's a lot of it's like music video pacing, so it's a lot of really quick shots. So you don't get to linger on anyone's faces for too long, but there is an A-list actor who
No
is a young
way.
version of that in that spot. Does anyone guess who it was?
I don't recognize any of those children.
A young Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Isn't that wild?
This is a Canadian commercial.
You know what? That actually would make a lot of sense.
Wow.
All right, this was Ryan Reynolds is in that ad. Does anyone
Was that
want?
him?
I'm having a hard time clocking which kid he is, and I'm paying a lot of attention
That's
to these
gotta be
kids.
him,
Kid
right?
with that
I
weird.
think he's that kid. Yeah, I think he's them.
He looks like such a doofus.
Yeah, he really does.
Wait, a young Ryan Reynolds?
Young Ryan Reynolds.
Was that him?
That might be him. I think that's him. That's him.
Yeah,
right?
that is
That's
definitely him.
100%
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Oh, that is him.
Yeah, and he's got like a different
He's got Freddy Krueger.
He's a Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Wow.
Of candies.
That's pretty good.
Delicious.
That's pretty good. He's Deadpool.
That's so funny about Freddy and the Pops.
Oh, for like a Freddy, like a push pop Freddy thing.
You're gonna be pushing up daisies, bitch.
Oh, that's really good.
Sound like Hulk Hogan.
Hey, brother, you're gonna be pushing up daisies. Hogan versus Freddy. Freddy versus
That is pretty
Jason
good.
versus Hogan.
Yes.
Really
I'd pay
funny.
money for that.
What year, Mitch, you're going first.
Yes.
What year did this Ryan Reynolds spot come out?
Hulk Hogan, the hero we all need. I'm gonna go back to my 92 pick because I also think it has to be 90s, but it also has to be pretty early 90s because Ryan Reynolds, end of the 90s, he was Ryan Reynolds already. So
Yeah.
Man, maybe even 91. I'm gonna go 92.
1992. Oscar, your guess.
Okay, so this is like my generation. Okay, so I've never seen this commercial, but I was around during this time. I want to say 94. Oh, probably earlier. What year did you say? 92?
I said 92, yeah.
Yeah, that seems about right. So I'm going to say 93.
Smart.
Unfortunately, it was 1994. So you get a point, Oscar.
Oh my God!
But you would have needed 2 to tie it, and the tie goes to the guest. But Mitch wins outright.
I won?
Your record improves. Congratulations. You are now 6,
Yay.
7, and 1 in Jingle All the Way, or Jingle All the Sleigh for this month.
I really wanted to win that.
Speech.
I want to thank Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool himself. I never would have guessed that was Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, not
Being
at all.
funny as ever with the ring pops.
He wasn't a Mickey Mouse Club kid, was he?
I'm not sure.
No, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan
was.
Gosling,
was.
Yeah.
It's so wild how many like movie stars were like just acting, like had careers as children.
Fully.
It's a real weird life.
Yeah.
Hey,
gosh.
I auditioned for Dennis the Menace. You remember that?
Yeah.
You did?
Uh-huh. My mom just took me. I did theater, and then my mom took me to a Dennis the Menace audition.
How was
okay,
it?
thank you. I was like nervous. I don't even know if I said anything correctly.
This was like a nationwide casting call where they were like trying to find an unknown actor to play Dennis the Menace.
Yeah.
Got it.
And also, I don't know how kids do that as well as they like a good kid actor is like blows you away.
Well, so you went in and then you actually got a call back for Mr. Wilson.
Yes, we'd like your 10-year-old son to play Mr. Wilson. Because I looked like an old piece of shit.
I'm just picturing Mitch as a 10-year-old looking exactly like he does now with a propeller hat.
That is actually, I've told this story many times, but there was like a summer I went down in the basement with a big bag of Cool Ranch Doritos, and I came up looking like I do now. It was like very much a metamorphosis for me. My grandpa did look like, what's his name, who did play Mr. Wilson. He looked like
Walter Matthau?
He looked like Walter Matthau.
Wow.
My grandpa kind of looked like Walter Matthau.
Do you have any kid pictures of you? I want to see what you look like as a kid.
Mitch was a cute little boy.
Aw.
Cute little toe-headed kid.
I will say
Do you have little kid pictures of you?
I don't think on me, but somewhere.
Put it on the Doughboys Instagram.
Yeah.
Here, this is me at First Communion.
Oh, you look like Dennis the Menace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I think a lot of people don't.
Can y'all see this?
We can edit that into the video too. Yeah, very cute little boy.
I think a lot of people see a young picture of me and they don't believe that it's me.
Are you wearing contacts now?
I wore contacts in 6th grade. I changed to contacts in 6th grade. When I was born, they thought I was going to go. They thought I had developmental issues.
Right.
And so they, because I couldn't read the board, I was extremely nearsighted. And so I was also reading. And so someone was like, you should get him checked for his vision. I had a lazy eye and I was going to go blind in this eye. And then I wore thick glasses and a patch over my strong eye.
Right.
And then eventually when I got to middle school, I didn't want to wear glasses anymore. I wanted to wear contacts. But I was a middle schooler and these were also they were like monthly disposables, which were way worse. And like they would burn my
I remember
eyes.
those. Yeah,
they were
yeah.
just like, so they were like so old and like didn't work They like for a kid, they were harder to keep up
Were
with.
they like glass contacts?
They were plastic. But it was or whatever. They were
soft contact
contact lenses. But my dad had harder ones, which seems insane.
Those are so. I tried those out when I got contact lenses when I was a kid, and they were so painful.
Yeah,
your eyes just have to get used to having like a foreign material in them.
Yeah,
every blink is painful. I don't know how anyone did hard contacts.
My dad did them his whole life, and then
Tom Cruise fucking did them. So you get on that plane,
that rules.
Wing of the airplane,
that fucking rules.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
Cool. In Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, the stunt where he's hanging on to the wing of the airplane, he had to have hard contacts in, so because like the force of the wind just like blowing directly into his face, otherwise it would have
blind him basically,
ruined his eyeballs.
Just a pebble could fucking take his eye out, basically. Yeah. But I stopped wearing them, and then I went to the doctor years later because I had headaches, and they were like, "You have 20/20 vision." Basically, my eyes corrected themselves, but they also warned me. Well, it's a little bit of a monkey's paw here.
Yeah.
They said that when I get older, my vision's going to go the other way.
So, you'll get that macular degeneration.
Yeah,
that happens. Yeah. Well, it was funny because I mean the way I remember you told me the story. The way I heard it is that
I'm still wearing headphones. I feel weird about it.
Oh no, you're fine.
I feel weird about it.
We don't. You don't need your cans anymore.
The doctor said my eyes are going to go the vision's going to go the other way, but also my eyes are too. So like, my eyes are going to get like really wide.
You get the big eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have big eyes by like the time I'm like 70. I'm
the Tim Burton movie.
I'm gonna have like huge. I'm gonna have huge eyes. So just get used to it over the course of Doughboys.
You're gonna look like an anime character.
What were you gonna say? Sorry, I cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say they cured your lazy eye, but unfortunately you got diagnosed with a lazy guy.
Yeah, unfortunately, the laziness metastasized.
Just like a restaurant about your feedback, let's open the feedback. And today we have an email from Mark from Knoxville. Mark with a C writes, "Hi, Doughboys. One of my favorite chain restaurants growing up was the Bugaboo Creek Steakhouse.
Wow.
These restaurants, all based in the United States, were themed around Canadian history. They featured truly haunting animatronic moose, bears, and a talking Christmas tree, which would tell patrons fun facts and the history of Canada. If you had to start a chain restaurant based around a region or country, what would it be, and what talking animatronic nightmares would you include?" Do we have the shot, Casey, of the Christmas tree?
That Christmas tree?
Look at that fucking thing.
Oh my God.
I've never seen this before. It is horrifying.
I hate it.
That Christmas tree probably didn't have a lot. It's saying fun facts about Canada.
Yeah.
There's no like foliage in between the eyes.
No, it's got eyes and a mouth, and it looks despondent. It's not happy to be alive.
Canada is north of the United States. And it goes silent for like 10 minutes.
Who wrote these facts?
That's the only fact it says.
Does this play? Is this a video?
No, it's just the fucking shot.
Okay.
The guy just sent a still.
Wow. That's horrifying.
Yeah, really, really.
Also, Christmas tree year round. I remember Bugaboo Creeks. I don't know if I ever went to one. I feel like I did. Wait, what was the question? I'm too freaked out by the tree to remember.
If you had to start a chain restaurant based on a region or country, what would it be, and what talking animatronic nightmares would you include?
This is a great question.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah. I mean, my mind goes towards, and I think it's maybe because we're in the spookiest of months, and it is Shockdoughbooerdeath.
Wow, Transylvania?
Transylvania. I feel like you could do some sort of like Romanian, but specifically Transylvanian theme and really into that.
You and I are both a fan of Dracula's Cafe, which is very good.
Dracula's Cafe is great. Yeah.
That's a real place?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dracula's Cafe is
I
really
guess
good.
it's kind of similar. But, I think the thing there is that you kind of lean more into actual... Like if you kind of have the little bit more of the folklore sort of, less fantastical side of things, you kind of were like, this is the real Transylvania. And there's like a Vlad the Impaler animatronic, but it's not like the, sort of the mythical Dracula.
A bat animatronic would be fun too.
That would be fun to have a bat.
Yeah.
Would it be in
bat.
Romania? Or would it be
no,
like in
There's
Florida
one.
somewhere?
The flagship store is in Romania.
The flagship is in Romania, but my thought is like this cafe, like Bugaboo Creek Steakhouse, which is based around Canada and in the U.S. It's like an Outback Steakhouse. It's like the concept. Here's a broad version of this country, and we're bringing it to America.
Man, I got a couple thoughts because one of my favorite bars here in L.A. is the Red Lion. I really like the Red Lion, and I think that would be like such a fun. A German beer hall, like
oh sure, yeah.
Like you only get German, like if you go to like the Midwest, there's a couple fun German beer halls you can go to, and there's one here in LA, obviously. I think a big chain version of that where you can get fucking Spetzel or whatever the fuck it is. And
they were doing Verst
sausage.
Kucha for a little bit. I'm not sure that place is still going. That was an attempt
what
at
would
that.
be what's a German animatronic? I don't know.
Helga, the sauerkraut.
That honestly is fun.
That is fun.
That's
you
fun.
You got to be careful with those German animatronics. There's some you don't want to see.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think if you had like a big sausage or something. Big beer stein.
A big beer stein is fun.
Yeah.
Everyone's dressed up in like maybe I'm just horny for the Oktoberfest like
the
dress.
St. Pauli girl.
Yeah.
That is like very sexualized.
Yeah, I think I might be horny.
Yeah, you might be horny.
I might just be horny. Sorry, everybody.
Might be.
That's fun. Also, I like a Norwegian. Look, I loved the Norway ride at Epcot in Florida, which was a troll ride, and now it's fucking frozen.
Oh,
it's a frozen log ride now. What the hell's going on over there?
I'm just adjusting my peanut butter.
Frozen's fun,
but like a Norway troll restaurant. Would be kind of fun.
Yeah,
Frozen's fine.
Bye.
But like that ride was cool as hell, and it was Epcot. It was cool. It was a fun Epcot sort of thing. But I think that like a Norway one would be pretty fun.
You know what'd be fun? The ocean. Here's the ocean restaurant.
That's
We're just
good.
like talking about
honestly,
the ocean.
that is good.
We just got like a big whale and like starfish and stuff, and it's like it's seafood, but it's like sustainable and kind of a rainforest cafe sort of way, you know?
I got a pitch for you.
Yeah.
As you go deeper into the
That was a
restaurant,
Headgum
there's and you can
podcast.
go downstairs.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
Like the first level is like a sandbar theme.
Right, and it's a little
then
brighter.
you go down, and then it's like, ooh, this is like underwater.
A little
and then, like,
darker.
maybe a second floor down, and it's like deep ocean.
Yeah, then you get
where
down
you
to
just
the
eat in the
trench.
dark.
It's just dark, yeah.
I think that's kind of fun, and they have those fish that have the lights.
Yeah, you got the crabs
yeah.
that have the bioluminescence. That'd be rad.
pretty
Or they
good.
put a hat on you that is an anglerfish light,
That's-
and that's how you eat.
This
so
is
fun.
fucking money.
That's fun.
Yeah.
An anglerfish hat.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's merch too.
I can we trademark that somehow?
Yeah, like a rainforest cafe, but for the ocean.
And also, can we trademark that with you?
Yeah.
Your idea?
Yeah, you're in on it.
Yeah, don't leave me. I'm your business partner now.
I love it.
An anglerfish hat is
Yeah.
great. That's fun.
Yeah. Ocean Forest Cafe.
So you chose of what country?
Ocean.
Forest Cafe?
Yeah, well, like Rainforest Cafe.
Shouldn't it be like the ocean floor or something like that?
Ocean Florist Cafe.
Wait, what?
That's perfect.
What? Okay, we're gonna get sued, but okay.
You know what else would be fun? Russia would be fun.
Yeah, but although we've got like a weird, like, new Cold War, anti-Russian sort of sentiment in the U.S. right now, so
You
it'd
know
be
what?
tough to
Make
get
Putin,
traction.
Have a Putin animatronic who's like, duh. Make him a fucking dumbass.
Everyone can throw sponges at it.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot. I hate him. His mom didn't raise him right. That's the problem.
That's great.
That would be fun.
Like that.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
about
I
like
chose
a
Germany and Russia. Seems kind of
yeah? What's going on over there, Mitch? What about like a Salem witch?
I love that.
restaurant?
Oh my God,
That's
It's a
so
little dark.
fun.
It's a little dark, but
But it's fine now. I think you're okay. Enough time has passed. I think you can do that.
yeah, and
That's a
you can,
lot of fun.
I see it as specifically like a soup place, and everything is served in a cauldron.
That's
That's
just
really
sort of
fun.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salem is that's great. Salem's great.
Yeah.
People will just start accusing other people to be waiters, and then you have to work there.
That's how you get hired.
Yeah, you have to get accused.
We did all right.
We did all right.
Yeah.
we
with
did
a
a good
tricky
job.
question.
Yeah, these are tough. If you have a question or comment about the world of chain restaurants, you can email us at doughboyspodcast@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 830-GO-TO. That's 830-463-6844.
I just realized, like, a Japanese restaurant that kind of embraced like a lot of Japanese anime or characters, or you know what I mean. That could be a lot of fun.
Well,
too.
Kuda, which we went to, the revolving sushi bar, kind of leans
Kinda
into
does
that.
do
Like they had like
that,
a
yeah.
Demon Slayer theme, There's
Kuda.
a little bit of
Mhm.
that, but it's not like an over the top version. It's tough because it's also like if you go too far, then I think people are like, it's a little bit problematic,
Yeah,
So
which is also interesting to make this a question for me, who's gonna get scared and fuck this up. Why are you asking this question? I'm gonna fuck this up somehow. But yeah, I honestly, the Salem one's pretty good. Underwater Cafe.
I like that one. That's my favorite.
Thank you.
Because you could have like actual fish tanks.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you could get into some territory where like, you know, you wouldn't want to have real animals, and you know what I mean.
Well, I think
you'd
there's a way
want
to
real
do it.
tanks of water because that's fun.
Sure, yeah, you want real water in there. You'd want like a rainforest cafe equivalent sort of thing of like, oh, like it's high tide and now like kind of the mood changes a little bit. There's more sound effects, you know, all that sort of stuff would be fun.
That to me, look, and I mean, I think a lot of tiki culture is it's World War II, and it's what like a lot of people's like soldiers saw in the Pacific.
Yeah,
it was,
sure. It's kind of an invented amalgamation of a bunch of different cultures.
Yeah, and it's maybe, you know, kind of stolen in some way or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know of the problematicness of tiki culture, but I'm saying like that when you go to a tiki bar that has like, hey, the stool goes down, like it's you order the head shrinker, the stool goes down.
Yeah.
Or there's thunder and lightning, like the one we
had
went
so much
to.
fun in San Diego.
That's
that
so
bar.
much
yeah, that's
fun,
a blast.
and I'm like, no restaurants do that as much.
Yeah, lean into
anymore.
that.
Lean into it. That's so fun.
Lean into the pizzazz.
Yeah, more restaurants should feel like theme parks.
I agree. I love that. I love that experience.
100%.
And hey, you can get the Doughboys Double, our weekly bonus episode, by joining the Golden or Platinum Play Club at patreon.com/Doughboys. So join and get some extra content. And also, Shockdoughbooerdeath 2023 continues all Shockdober long right here in the main feed and in the Patreon. Oscar Montoya, what a treat to have you back. Thank you so much for doing the show. Come back anytime. Anything you'd like to plug?
No. I was like, well, I can't really do anything.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tricky.
But you can follow me on social media at Ozzymo on Twitter. X, sorry. Ozzymo on X. Actually, don't follow me there. I don't really post anything. But on Instagram, do follow me there for Spoopy Friends, which
That's right.
and Weiger will be on, as you all heard. And if they don't appear, just stop listening to Doughboys. Don't listen to them anymore.
I think that's fair.
Is it also
I
wait?
will appear.
What's your Instagram handle? Also Ozzymo?
Ozzymo, yeah.
Ozzymo. Awesome.
OZZYMO.
For Spoopy Friends. Do you have a date for that, or are you gonna figure it out?
It's
somewhere in October?
Somewhere in October.
Got it.
Typically Fridays. Yeah.
How do you feel eating like 2 pounds of sugar and then being in a hot room for 2 hours?
It feels great now.
Yeah, that's over. That's this week's Doughboys.
Yeah, that'll do it for this episode of Doughboys. Until next time for the... Are you leaving?
Where are you going?
Oh, yeah, we gotta do it. We're gonna hug. Now peanut butter and jelly shall become one.
Can we let go of each other? Ugh. I hate that.
Want to dress like the Doughboys? Of course you don't. But you will want to wear our all-new Doughboys merch. Check out our completely revamped merch line in partnership with Kinship Goods. We've got high-quality shirts, hats, aprons, totes, and much more to come. Wow! Only at doughboys.kinshipgoods.com. That's KINSHIP goods.com.
That was a Headgum podcast.